So we come towards other set of heroes who are with Sally and Amorous right now. As you guys have left the mansion, the maid bows her head to you all.
For tonight. I truly appreciate you all coming out here, and the lady appreciates it too. How was the food tonight?
Oh, we appreciate you having us. The food was very well prepared, ma'am. Thank you.
She
Very
looks at
delicious.
Rocco and Walter waiting in response.
It was very good as well. Thank you.
Indeed. Greatly appreciated. It
Amorous
was
and
fine
Sally,
visiting.
they both bow. They walk a little forward, with Sally and Amorous sort of beckoning you three to come a little closer.
So, what do you guys make of the matter? We were just in here for a simple fetch quest, let alone dealing with the lady. Hmm. Getting us out of that whole situation from prison. Not sure what she's up to. Any ideas?
It's very hard to say. But it is clear she has an agenda, like you pointed out.
I
Well,
agree.
better there than having my head lopped off.
Your thoughts, Rocco?
I agree. I mean, I'm pretty sure that we might be being used or being set up for something. I don't like being, you know, being told something out of nowhere and being asked of all this. I don't know. It just seems fishy to me.
My
What
thoughts are
you want,
with them as well.
Captain Pfeffer? To go look at this. Why not go to the Altdorf soldiers in the Blackrock district? Sounds fishy to me.
Those are very wise
I'm
thoughts.
not sure what to make of it.
I agree with you and
Hmm,
our friends here. It's definitely a lot of food for thought. I'm concerned about the outcomes of this.
indeed.
By the way, you saw how she treated her children. I wouldn't want
Mm,
to actually go against someone like that. She did that all in front of us. Let alone, wasn't even embarrassed by it. It's more to show some type of force.
I could say that. She
Probably to
clearly
tell.
felt.
Yes, you're absolutely right about that, Sally. And it really hurt the heart to see that, didn't it?
Probably to tell us that if we cross her, she's willing to go above and beyond to get rid of us or take care of us if she's willing to do that to her own children.
And quite a show of force it was. Truly, what a brazen
I think
woman.
you're right on that one. It seemed all the kid wanted to do was just show Adele and Walter just a picture of Valton.
Yes, you're right. He was just an innocent child trying to show us his book. I feel so bad for him. I'm glad he has a sister
Uh,
looking out for him, though.
we're close to my siblings like that. We usually spread apart and, especially some of us within the, merchant guild. Uh, well, my dad did want me to take over the claim. He's lived for over 700 years, so Interest grew within our bank accounts. I probably need to collect that at some point.
Whoa, an elven trust fund. Well, Amaris, you sound like you have grown up very very well. I'm sure your father would be very proud of you. And I hope that you enjoy your
Well,
uh
yeah, very proud. Let's just say that I'm out here and, he doesn't really know that, him with the watch in Ubersreich. He's all the way up north and, I'm here. Well, 3 years is nothing. You know, to him it just looks like a weekend. So, I probably won't tell him.
we won't either. But
And
sometimes
I probably won't tell my mom. She's been looking for me to take head of the family at some point. After I'm done traveling with Sally and she's dead.
Well, wow, looks like you have a lot of potential responsibility.
I like Sally's emote. I agree. And also, Amaris, your journey does not always dictate the destination, and this is but sort of like a side quest on your overall journey in your life. And you're doing your very best at it. So we are proud of you. And Sally,
Thank
uh,
you.
are you reacting to what Amaris just said just now? Of course.
Of course. What do you mean after my death? Well, you're supposed to be sticking with me, even in the afterlife. If I'm dead, I'll be roaming around as a ghost around your group, around your house, for the rest of all eternity. How does that sound, Amrys? Waiting for my death? Are you kidding me? You know who would be waiting for your death? Probably Roko over there, knowing how much money your family has.
I wouldn't lump me into this.
Roko's also doing his very best. I hope that you all live long and fruitful lives. I know Sally will as well. I'm sure Amaris didn't mean
From the
any.
north, you guys hear a voice.
I believe if you have time to dilly-dally in front of our fountain, you probably have time to do that somewhere else.
Joseph, with his hands behind his back, looks at you guys.
So, you have time to talk, you can do it elsewhere, not in front of the lady's house. You have a job to do, don't you?
Yes, sir, I say, raising my voice so that he can hear me. As a random aside soul, can he hear everything that we've been talking about at the fountain? I hope we were like farther enough. And
You don't know.
oh
You don't know.
no!
Well,
Well, I
off with
suppose we
you.
should make a move out.
Yes, sir. I'm so sorry. We were just going along. Going on our way. Thank you, sir.
Right before you guys are about to leave, Adele, you catch wind of the window on the right, and on the right, you do see Alfred in the window looking at you guys, and he waves at you guys. And as he's waving, you see his sister Annika as she walks up to him and grabs him by the arm and pulls him away from the window before they get into any more trouble.
Oh no! I try to wave back in time at Alfred and his sister. Oh, those poor children! I think to myself.
Yeah, indeed.
So, you guys have been asked to go off the property, and It is the night is settling in, and it is the night before the so-called, day off for you for your downtime activities. Anything else that you guys want to talk about or accomplish here before we go to the next scene?
Walter is fun.
I will
Yeah.
get ready to train so that our next encounters can hopefully be more better improved. Oh,
You have a choice. You to attend your downtime activity to train, or you go to your court case. Which one do you want to do?
oh no, my court case! I immediately forgot about that when I was thinking about downtime. Is that today?
No, not today. It'll be in the next few days. I mean, the next, during your downtime. But
Hmm. Okay.
anything else you want to do right now, firstly, before we go to downtime activities? But we'll talk about that later.
If we're heading back to the
Anything you wanted
barracks.
to bring up to anybody?
Oh, I was thinking about if we're heading back to the barracks, I would just quickly look out for where Garfield is. I hope he hasn't run off to go find Pups, even though we told him to stay put, and that Pups would, eventually come back for him.
All right. Anything from you, Rocco?
No, Roko's good.
Okay. And so we close the scene as it comes to an end as you guys walk off the property. And as the scene comes to an end, we go to our good friend from the next day, Linus. Ho, ho, ho. Can everybody see on the map?
Yeah.
Hmm.
All right. All right. So Adele, you realize that, from the previous night that you guys got back at the barracks, you at the barracks, Garfield is still there. He's still there, still attending to horses in the stables and trying to do his best for all of you. So
We
he has
love him.
not went to look for he has not went to go look for for pups yet. Yep. All right, give me a second. So do, do, do. There we go. So the next morning does come around as Linus, you've been on the edge. After what happens, the sun filters dimly. I mean, the filters like dimly through the windows, through your window, like, casting these lights that sort of wake you up as you've been dozing in and out from what has been happening. Not sure if you were safe or not. As if the screams from last night have been nothing more just a bad dream. You wake up and collect your belongings and head outside. Head inside to where you start to hear murmurs of people just going about their day within the bar. And as they're going about their day within the bar, it's almost as if absolutely nothing happened and everybody is not even acknowledging what happened yesterday. The screams were loud enough and people were just going about their day. You do see the bar, the patron, the person who owns the bar, Hano Raider, in the tavern. He's there just You see him as he's wiping down the counter, not paying attention. Everybody's just going about their day. What do you do?
I will I'll stroll up to the bar, still groggy from waking up. Oh,
All right. And as you stroll through the bar, you do see Hano as he looks at you.
Looks like you drank a little bit too much now, did you?
you're telling me. Did I happen to leave a dagger in here last night? I need something to shave my tongue.
A dagger? No, didn't see anything like it.
Huh. That's weird.
Got some plans or something?
Nothing specific. Gotta go find some work. But, it's weird. My dagger's disappeared.
Don't we all? Well, who knows? Probably someone pickpocketed off of you. It happens.
Lovely
Probably
place you
that
got
fella
here.
over there.
I'll
He
look where
points
he's...
to what he told you yesterday. One of the Bauer boys are sitting in the room.
You're saying he probably picked my pocket?
Let's just put it this way. If it was him, you ain't getting a damn thing back. I'm gonna let you know that right now. So go
Yeah.
ahead and just forget about it and buy another one.
That
By the way-
seems wise.
Just to give you a little hit, I was testing the waters with you yesterday. Call the extra silver piece that you gave me a tip. We usually charge only a silver piece here, not two. Surprised you didn't ask anyone else.
This place doesn't seem like a place where people would want to talk. Especially to a outsider like me.
Well, comes with it. But anyways, God, let's be going on, and I need to do what I need to do. Can I help you with anything?
Nah, I'll find my way out.
So there is a funeral today that Captain Pfeffer has asked you to attend. So you are, expected to go to that, as she'll give you more details on something she wanted you to do for work. What are you doing?
Sounds as good a lead as any. I'll double check my pockets and make my way out.
All right. So you start making your way out into the street. And as you make your way out into the street, going towards where the church is, you see two men in front of you. And these are the same men that you saw the previous night, who was asking you for money. They stop and simply stare at you. They're in your way from you going south towards where you need to go for the church.
And it doesn't look like there's a way around them.
Nope, you got one street, and then you got in the back of you, as you turn back, there's another guy who shows up.
So,
One of them
morning, fellas.
looks like they start cracking their knuckles.
I see you're exercising that arthritis out, huh? Yep. Well, I'll leave you to it. Got some business
Oh.
and,
Hold on. We asked you something yesterday. First of all, Mr. Fancy Pants, what we asked you was... We were a little bit on the drugs yesterday, but we got our little minds right. What are you doing here in our district, huh? From the way your clothes are, you look like you should be out there in the Black Rock district.
you know, normally I'd agree with you, but, I'm, from out of town and down on my luck, as it seems like a lot of people are these days.
Are you now? Well, ain't that a coincidence? So are we. So, we're gonna ask you once, and only once. Call it a fee, if you will. And we'll be pals after that. I'm gonna need you to give us all your money you got. And we can be friends.
It seems like a steep price for friendship.
Let's put it this way. We know you got something on you, and we want it. How's that sound?
That sounds like a one-sided deal.
One of them starts to look at the other, and one of them slowly pulls back his cloak and towards his waist reveals a dagger.
As I said, we ain't gonna ask again.
That's fascinating. That's the first time I've seen one of you gentlemen wear your penis on the outside of your pants. And it looks detachable, too, so what happened to you?
You say?
Oh, I was just complimenting
They all
your
look
friend's
at you.
accoutrement. Looks to be quite the prick.
So, one of them look towards the other and they nod. And let me explain where you're at right now. So, you are around from where the inn is, very close to it. You were 30 feet. It's like a 30 feet drop from where you are. And you are cornered by these three men. One of them, after hearing this insult, his face starts to fluster red. And they draw their daggers. Well, one of them draws a dagger. The other two starts gearing up their fists, getting ready to attack you. I need you to roll initiative.
Right?
You got this.
Should be a piece of cake.
Yep. Me
Pretty
without a
damn good roll.
weapon.
You got your
everyone.
fist though. You are the weapon.
Yeah. Everyone is so sweet. Oh, yes. Daddy.
All right.
All right, let's see what they get.
See,
All
you
right,
even
you
go
were
first.
first to act.
Hey.
Based on where your surroundings are, this is a 30-foot drop. This is a 5-foot drop onto the roofs. You tell
Okay.
me what you want to do.
So you
as
said
we
it's like
begin combat.
you said it's 30 feet down to like the pig pen, 5 feet to the roof, right there.
That's right. Yep.
All right. I guess I'm gonna hop down onto the roof to avoid these fine people. So what do you need from me to make
All
that
right.
happen?
Since it's 5 feet, you don't take any damage from that. However, you will be on the roof, and then that's a 20-foot drop down. No
All
rolls.
right.
Just your movement speed.
Okay. Do we have drag ruler? Because I can't tell how
let me
far
see
I'm
if we
moving.
want- Let's drag ruler on. Yeah, it says it's on.
Yeah, because
let me
I'm
see something.
I can
Wait,
move.
are you? It does. It is on. I'm not sure. Like if when I do it, it's on.
Let me take a look
odd.
at my personal settings then. Yeah, because we're not on a grid, so I can't tell how far I'm actually moving.
I'll turn on the grid for now then.
Okay, because otherwise I could use
just
the
to get this
use
out.
the ruler to measure out and.
Yeah, it's still probably but yeah.
All right, so my movement is 4, 8 walking. So I'm going to go ahead and try to run. So that gives me the 16, and then I have to take a check after that. See how far I go?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. All right. 16 gets me to the edge of the roof. And you said it's 20 feet down now. How about, is this
25.
25. Is this,
25. That's a big wall. I knew you were going to ask about that. That is a very big wall that you cannot climb over. That
okay,
slides down, yeah, from the other end.
that's fine. And how low are these tents over here? Like the tent tops?
That is the same exact height as the other thing you're on right now.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. Well, I've moved 16. So what is it that I roll for extra movement again?
It is I think it's athletics. Let me make
Athletics.
sure to do
Okay.
It just increases the SL basically. So you can run another 16 and then it'll be increased based on the SL. I think it's athletics. Let me make sure that actually. Let's see when it comes to movement. And if you are running, yeah, it's athletics test plus 20. You have a plus 20 on that. And whatever SL that you get, plus that or minus that, it adds to the movement, the dash.
Okay.
Or subtraction
And
based on the SL.
if I want to climb down the side, could I use the extra movement to make a climb check to start doing that?
It says, so basically if you're trying to climb down on not an easy surface without a ladder, you can do so, but it does require a check, and it costs 4 yards of movement. Yeah, so if you want to climb quickly, you get plus 20. You don't have a ladder. anything like that. So I'm just gonna say you're just going off the surface, and that may come with some difficulty. So that's up to you.
Okay, yeah. I'll see if I can get any extra movement with the athletics check then. And you said it's plus 20? Okay.
Yep.
Come on, 100. All right, so 4 success levels gives me 4 extra yards.
20. Yeah, that's right. So 20 more yards.
All right, so let's see if we can clamber down side of the building. How about no?
Do. Yeah, so character movement of 4, you're going down SR. Do. Yeah, I'm gonna say that so you're attempting to climb down, and you're hanging off the ledge, and you're just looking over it right now. It doesn't really look like there's anything for you to purchase for your foot, as you're looking at this looking at the ground.
All right. Okay, so I haven't started climbing down, and I realized I can't.
Yeah.
What if I want to jump the gap?
Otherwise, you may fall.
What if I want to try to jump the gap to this roof over
Just
here?
use your measure.
Okay.
Just use your ruler, and you got to use the jump.
Yeah, so that's going to be 8 yards.
Which is yeah. So when you're leaping, you make a athletics check, and so basically, once again, if you want to move further, so I'm gonna say you're gonna have to try that as another on the next turn, because you attempted climbing, and that didn't do well. So
all right,
yeah. So we'll put it at that.
Okay. Well, I guess that's me
so
then.
you can move there. All right. So one of the guys, he is going to use a. He's going to just run up and use a sort of a dash at you, a charge. But he's not going to attack, because he's out of his movement. He's going to have to use double action to try to just get up to you. And let me okay. Doesn't really matter. All right, so he is right there next to you. One of the other guys, he also takes a full dash. One guy with the dagger lands right there, right before you, and the other individual right here, he actually does a charge against you, so he has to try to attack you. So he takes his fist and he looks at you, asking, "Where do you think you're going?"
All right.
So he tries to punch you. All right, give me a second. Go ahead and try to. Does it come up for you?
Yeah, I've got it.
Dodge, attack, or unopposed. Okay. All right, go ahead and see what you get.
We believe in you.
Yeah, let me look at my character right quick. All right, so
Gotta believe.
Whew.
No one believes like we do in you.
That's right.
Y'all are so cute. Bless y'all. And so Maddie. He is pondering his character sheet carefully.
Yeah,
right
that's all right. I will. I guess I will attempt to dodge. Any modifiers?
No.
Okay.
All right.
Successfully, you dodge, and you get
There
a
we go.
+1 advantage point to that. So you got a 1 advantage against the group. Nicely done. And that is the end of the turn, and it is your turn.
Okay. I will.
And you can use 1 point to disengage, and so you don't get attack of opportunity from any of these guys.
I will do so, and then I'm gonna try to make that leap across. So we said that's athletics.
All right. Yes. It is as athletics for you to do so. And let me see. Give me movement. And if you want to jump further, yeah, I'm gonna say it's gonna be difficult. So yeah, just give me a check, and if you you should be able to do well on this. It's more of a standing type jump. So let me. How far is that? 8 yards.
Yeah, it's 8 yards.
Probably do so with there. Give me a second. So if you want to jump further, you don't have a running, unless you tell me you're getting a running start. But
yeah, I don't have room for it.
If you try to get a running, yeah, you don't have room for it. If you try to go here, this guy will try to get a opportunity attack to shank you.
Yeah.
But that will give you a bonus on the. I would say that will give you a bonus to make the leap, to be successful. Otherwise, I'm just gonna say you get no a plus or anything like that on the athletic check. It's just gonna be a normal one.
Okay.
What would you want to do?
We're gonna make the athletics check. Oh, that's shouldn't have been targeting him.
All right.
That's the athletics, yeah.
All right. You've managed to successfully jump over towards the other side.
And how high up is this wall here?
Getting that advantage. That wall is extra 10 feet.
Okay.
And you want to be careful because that will have you going straight down a little bit. But it won't be that difficult. I would say you can do so without like any type of checks. It's just it's going to cost some movement. You climbing over.
Okay, so I've moved a total of 12. So that leaves me with 4 extra. And if I want to run, then I'll get the extra 16. Okay, yeah, we'll do that. We're going to go down, hop down the wall. So how much movement do you want me to spend?
All right, give me a climb check.
Okay.
Give me a climb check, and if you are able to do so, that is just going to cost you 8 yards.
Okay, and any modifiers?
Yeah, you got a plus 20.
Okay.
So you find yourself sitting halfway between the point. So let me go ahead and move you there. So you're on there, right there, just sitting on there. Anything else? As you look at the 3 men.
Nope.
That look like they're about to just try to wrap around. All right. So these 3 men all are still trying to pursue you as they start making a dash. They climb back up, spending that movement, trying to get up there. And let me do the same thing with these guys. So they do a full dash, trying to get towards you. And as they cut around that corner, excuse me. So as they cut around that corner, you see someone standing in front of them. And he looks at them. And you hear one of them say,
Oi, Graf. Pardon us, we just want to get by. We're just going after that fool over there.
this man named Graf sticks up one hand as he looks towards them.
No. You're not going to be going up for this one right here. You mess with him, you mess with me. If you ever mess with him in this district, you'll be dealing with me and the Bauer boys. You got that?
The three of them hold up their hands as they move back slowly, as they acknowledge what was just heard, and they disappear back into the back alleyways. Graf looks towards you as you're sitting on this little fence here.
You having fun up there?
You know, morning calisthenics, limber up the limbs, see the sights.
Listen, where you're at, it's messed up around here. Not sure what you're doing here, but you gave my boy his ball yesterday, and I appreciate that. Hopefully those idiots around here will leave you alone now.
Well, it's much appreciated for your help.
No problem. Just make sure you don't try anything funny if you're here. Usually people asking questions and everything gets their heads knocked in, let alone killed in the back alleyway. You understand?
Crystal clear.
Good.
So he goes. Then he turns back around.
What's your name, by the way?
It's Linus. Linus Stalling.
You can call me Graf. If anyone fucks with you around here, just let them know that you're friends with Graf. You got that?
Yep, I got it. Thanks again.
Now, thank you. And thanks for getting my boy his ball back.
Anytime.
So he goes off and back into the back alleyways. So you now have a measure of security in this district, based off the small act of kindness you did the night before.
So with a
Anything
sigh
else you want to do?
of relief, I will clamber down
Anything else you want to do? Yeah.
and start making my
Okay.
way south again.
All right. So the way you're supposed to go is towards the left side. So as you were there, you start realizing that the bodies that are from the night before, where the people were killed, are still there, and there seems to be someone who you have not seen before investigating them with a group of other knights as well from Altdorf. Do you want to acknowledge what they're doing and try to butt in, or are you just going about your daily business to the funeral?
I'll approach casually and try to observe what I can.
Okay. So as you do approach casually, and you do sort of make your way around, one of the knights looks at you, tells you to state your business.
Oh, me? Uh, I thought I heard something last night, and I just came to see what happened.
Wait, you heard something last night? Is that right?
I think I did. I woke up and thought I dreamed it, but looks like I may have not.
Investigator Johan. This man may know something. Nobody else would talk to us. Do you look a little bit out your sort of where to be hanging around in this district? You are from here? I would assume no, based off your looks.
Nope, nope. Somebody gave me some bad directions, and, well, it's the only place I could afford to stay.
Let's see.
As you see this investigator, he looks like he's in very, rich attire as well. Also, looks like he's wearing his normal clothing from Outdorf as well. Uh, Very high class sort of hat he's wearing, and you can tell that he makes up a very expensive. His dress wear is very expensive. He takes out a monocle after looking out for some of the heads that's been severed, looking at the cuts and stuff, and he wipes his forehead, and he takes this little rag that he has that he's been usually like measuring stuff with, wiping stuff with, some of the blood off with, and he just throws it on the ground and walks past the guards, and he starts to look at you.
Sorry, I was told that, you said you heard something last night, is that right?
Yeah, I think I did. As I told the guard here, I thought I dreamed it, but I could have sworn I heard some screaming last night.
He takes his his pinky his thumb finger and his index finger, as he rubs it in between, sort of where his eyes are. Looks like he's been looking at stuff for too long, and he gives a sigh.
Three men killed, all within the single, doesn't look like there was much of a struggle here. Bodies laid around and almost looked like, it was in one fell swoop. You see anything? Was it one guy or was it two?
It was one guy, I think. And this is why I thought it was a dream, because I'd swear it was a fox.
Oh, one of those stories, huh? Now, let me ask you something. Were you drinking last night?
Far too much. I still have the hairs on my tongue to prove it.
Oh, brother, another one. Well, that's the third story we heard over the past week about some men in a fox mask going around and kidnapping halflings. Did you see a halfling around here? Don't see any traces or anything.
Matter of fact, I did. Since this turns out to be real...
You did, huh?
Yeah. It's a lady. Female halfling. Couldn't get a look at her age. But she was the one that woke me up with the screaming, and the guards happened to find her. And now you see the mess over there that resulted.
Well, interesting. So you can say that this somewhat was indirectly caused by you, causing some a little bit of noise, huh? I'm not trying to blame this on you. I'm just saying you did the right thing. But, what happened to them? was unfortunate. The ref man, he didn't see you screaming or anything? He didn't try to attack you after you did what you did, or what was up?
Did I scream? I thought she was screaming. I don't remember screaming.
I mean, someone had to alert the guards, right? I mean, and probably her. I guess it was her. You made no attempt to sort of help her? It looks like you just watched the whole thing as it went on.
My memory's a little fuzzy. I do happen to be missing a dagger, as I suppose you haven't found one of those lying around.
Oh, you mean this thing right here?
He shows you exactly the dagger that you threw into the water. It is for sure yours, as the handle looks exactly like yours.
Yeah, that does appear to be mine, but I don't remember it being covered in so much feces before.
Yeah. Yep. Well, that's what happens when it goes into the water. I'm assuming you in a drunk stupor, you probably threw this at him and didn't go too well being drunk. Yeah. Well, I did not take it.
I'll gingerly pick it up with the edge of my cloak. It's much obliged.
Yeah, not at all. Not at all.
Are you able to pick it up? If you double click on it, it should ask you for the item pile, and it should say you should be able to take it.
Okay.
There you go.
You know, I've been investigating around. A lot of things have been going on in this area, dealing with the whole drugs and especially that situation last night. What was your name?
Linus Stalling. Judging by your
You got
uniform.
some stuff on you as well that I got. So you got a little, got a nice little quill and ink pen, and usually from the way the clothing, I'm assuming that you're someone of a little bit of high prestige yourself. You from Eldorf?
Indeed. Newly arrived within the last week or so.
Well, I came here around a few months ago, after the Jungfrauds got ousted, so I'm in the Black Rock districts. I'm pretty sure you heard. You can call me Investigator Johann Bratt. Nice to meet you.
The pleasure's mine. It's good to meet a fellow outdoorfer.
Indeed, indeed. There's been a lot ever since the assassination of Lady Anastasia from Altdorf. Her family's been in uproar. And I've been hearing never the end of it. Trying to go on that case and dealing with this thing with the halflings. It's like one fucking thing after the other, I swear, in this goddamn shitty state.
Yeah, nothing like our fair city. But, the assassination, how's that investigation going? I'm a little bit of an investigator myself, and always curious if there's any work available.
He gives a sigh and he takes out another rag, not the one that he used to give to you, with the dagger, and he wipes his head full of sweat.
That's another case that's been bothering me, and I thought I had a lead, but the fucking halfling who I was somewhat, looking at, he went up and died. Got killed in one of the caverns, and well, that whole thing went to hell, so there goes my lead.
You talking about Pithwick?
Well, so Mr. Grumblepot, you know?
Only by name. I happened to run into some of his companions yesterday.
Well, his companions are the one I'm also investigating, but, I thought one of my leads for him was, him trying to put on a distraction to talk to Lady Anastasia at the time of her death, right before she got shot. But I'm not sure if I'll ever be able to follow up on that. Heard he was eaten by a bunch of squigs.
Rough way to go.
Indeed. Well, I don't mean to hold you. I just wanted to see if you knew anything, and it seemed as though you helped me a bit. Let me ask you, do you know exactly where the halfling kidnapper went afterwards, after you grabbed the halfling? If you can remember. I know you were a little drunk, but, and I don't want to stress you out. I'm pretty sure the hangover is quite terrible. But if you could just sort of lead me in terms of where you last saw him, that'll be great.
Unfortunately, he disappeared into the shadows. The best I could see was from a small window across the canal there.
I see. Well, if you ever find anything, let me know in the Belakrock district. Here's my card. These damn things are really expensive now that we got a printing press, but here you go.
Oh, thank you. And if you happen to need any extra eyes, throw some work my way. I'll be glad to help out.
Huh. What can you do?
Well, I can read, I can write. I do have some skill in tracking and investigation. So...
You're a fellow investigator. Well, we'll see. I'll see if I ever need some help. My assistant, Sophia. Sigma bless her. She's a bright girl, a little bit of a ditz sometimes, as she's been on dates with one of the leading mans who audits the customs house. So her whole thing has been in the blue. But, if I can't ever get some sustainable help, I may be able to ask you sometimes. I appreciate the help and asking for that. Just a little bit of my luck, meaning another investigator.
Not a problem. Not a problem.
But anyway, I don't want to hold you. Please, have a good day.
Yeah, you as well. Good luck on your hunt.
Yep. Will do.
So I'll go ahead and leave the area.
Goes off back looking at the rest of the bodies. All right. And so, as you leave, we all go towards the Grill Chapel as everyone is lining up for Pithwick's funeral. Give me a second. Let me know when you guys are all on the map.
I can see.
I'm there.
I'm there.
All right. And so, as you guys are all outside the Grill Chapel, you approach and you guys see there's a somber crowd of everyone looking around. Some of the Ubersreich soldiers are there as well as Rudy and Narb, who's also there, and Rise. The head of the Grill Chapel, Father Hugo, a very well-known Bretonian who settled his life down here back when he was a captive here from long ago. He made this so-called incarceration chain. This house used to be a prison for Bretonians, but he's made it into a sanctuary where they can do worship, and this has been allowed within Ubersreich after a while. So he's been here for quite a number of years. You all see Rudy as he has his hands behind his back, and every now and then he sort of tiptoes up, sort of smirking, but he doesn't really give any type of sad sort of look about Pithwick's death. And so Adele, and before Hugo starts, Rise sort of looks and taps you guys and points at Linus, letting you guys know that, you know, that detective from the other day that you guys met is also here.
Hey, Adele, you guys met that investigator guy, right? Before. Did he know Pithwick?
Yes, that's a really good memory, Rice. He was indeed particularly interested in Mr. Grumblepotts, though he did not really let on too strongly why, but we suspect it had to do with that incident in the marketplace, that very unfortunate incident.
I see. Well then, I'll quickly introduce myself before Father Hugo starts.
That's a good idea,
Hi,
Rice.
Mr. Linus Stalling, right?
By reputation, yep, that's me.
Nah, you can call me, Rice. Sergeant Rice. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure, Sergeant. Sorry we have to meet under such
Did you know
unfortunate
Mr. Grumblepot?
circumstances. Only by name. Heard about him from Adele and the others.
Oh,
I
I'm
see.
so sorry. I thought you were talking about Johann Brock being here, and I was looking around the scene for him, so I was describing the wrong Inspector. Sorry, Inspector Linus,
It's
I'm
like,
being dumb.
yeah, it's like talking about, yeah, Linus.
I'm so sorry. No. Okay, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. So I gave the wrong introduction. Sorry, please proceed. I was being dumb.
Well then. Well, just wanted to see, you know, the reason why you came around. Didn't know if you were friends with, Mr. Grumblepot or not, but it's a sad, unfortunate event that happened to him.
Indeed. But, yeah, Captain
We saw
Pfeffer
was
asked me to
Rocco,
join.
Walter, and, Adele.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
As Rise is talking, Father Hugo clears his throat to get a little bit of attention as he walks up towards you guys, and he puts his hand oh, whoops, there we go, on the casket. And as he puts his hand on the casket, he takes out this little book. Looks like a very holy ritual type book.
We are gathered here today to remember a true hero, Cadet Pithwick Grumblepot, who stood firm in the face of peril. His courage will not be forgotten as he joins the afterlife, and we can be certain that Sigmar himself watches over him with pride.
He turns to really you three, Rocco, Walter, and Adele.
For those of you who wish to speak memorable words, do so now, as he follows into Sigmar's path in the afterlife. Would any of you want to have any sincere words to say about your so-called companion? Be it to me that he was a friend of yours.
I'll give some speech, and Rocco kind of steps up. He says, "While I didn't know Pithwick for very long, I do consider him as a compatriot and a friend, as a member of my group. I can remember the first time I've met him, as he got me out of trouble the very first time we've met. And while I don't know him for very long, as I stated, he was always very kind, cared about other people, and went above and beyond about his way to help innocents and civilians."
Beautifully said.
Hopefully, your journey to the next world is easy, and I'm sure we'll see you eventually. Take care, Piffwick. May Sigmar be with you.
Would anyone else like to step up to say something?
I would like to say something. Pithwick, Grumblepot. I've only known him for a short time, but in that short time, he showed me so much. So much character that I wish to strive to be. He was brave, tough, insightful, but also caring. He was caring to us all in our group. And without him, I struggle to know what I would do. His presence was that huge for us all. And I wish to convey to you all just how much he probably mattered to many others who knew him far longer. I hope that we remember the good times with Pithwick and cherish his memory, and also continue to strive to be as good as him. May you rest in peace. And Walter walks away. He lets out a bow to the grave.
Beautifully said.
Yes.
Anyone else?
If you don't mind, sir, I would like to say a few words to our deceased friend. And Walter and Rocco, you both gave beautiful eulogies just now. They're very touching.
Absolutely, my dear. Go ahead, Lady Guntgard.
Thank you very much, sir. And I bow to the priest, and I also bow to my friends. And then I'll go to the casket, and I'll lower my head to Pithwick. And I'll say, Pithwick, I am so sorry that we were only together for a short time. But you were always a valiant leader in the face of perils. And I am so sorry that in your moment of peril, it was such a violent and undeserved end. I think back with great regret that we did listen to the well-meaning Altdorf general's words to not fight, to run, and to yell for reinforcements. I only wish we had not been so far away from everyone, and maybe things could have been different. And maybe things could have been different if I had maybe chosen to disobey the general's words and to try something different to maybe help. I'm sorry my table leg missed the squigs. And we will definitely miss you and having your guidance around. And I'm so sorry that you're gone too soon. We would have loved to learn more from you. And I'm going to try to make sure this never happens.
You guys see that? You guys see that when Adele mentions a table leg, Hugo looks confused.
I bow apologetically to the priest because I know I'm not making much sense. But I am sorry, Father. That day's events have been on my mind very heavily. And thank you for your time and letting us
Not a problem, my dear.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. It really does help the hearts to allow us to say words to departed. Thank you.
Would anyone else like to speak?
You guys see that? Rudy starts scratching his ass as he walks up towards Pithwick's casket.
Yeah, I like to say something, Father. So, me and, Pithwick Grumblepot, we go way back, and, I just wanted to say, we're all gonna miss you there, and, I'll make sure your money goes to good use of the Children's Hospital, okay, buddy? Yeah, a little bit for your travels before you go down under.
He flicks one silver coin into the casket.
And that's all you get, all right? Don't expect more from me.
out of character, it's probably counterfeit or
And he walks
something
back.
like that. Oh, this guy. This guy is you do such a good job role playing with your voices, and this guy is just so much fun.
Nard doesn't say anything as he keeps scratching his arm, looking left. Captain Pfeffer takes a step up as she looks towards you all, nodding, and she says,
Pithwick Grumblepot will be remembered for his noble duty and unwavering courage. Men, lower the casket.
these two individuals, they undo the bindings, which is holding the casket up, and they lower it down. And as they lower it down, they start to take shovels and they start digging dirt onto the top of it.
May Sigmar watch over you, Pithwick, as no longer cadet, but High Guardsman Pithwick Grumblebot. Rest in peace.
At her command, they all bow towards the casket, the grave. Father Hugo raises his hands in the air, leading a prayer to Mor, the god of death. His voice is deep and comforting as he starts talking about to guide this brave soul to rest, as he now deserves an eternal slumber. And as he's praying, you guys hear the sound of a church door open in the north, as a very young man walks out of an unknown location and closes it, causing a disruption from the loud sound. You see Father Hugo as he looks angry at the situation.
This boy, I told him not to. Excuse me, oh, I apologize. Excuse me a moment.
You see Father Hugo as he stops praying and he goes into what looks like to lecture or start to yell at the boy who came out from that north area. Captain Pfeffer sighs and she says,
I think that's going to be it for today. Thank you all for coming. And even you, Linus. If you don't mind, I wish to talk to you afterwards.
Sure thing.
Everybody else, you're dismissed.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, boy. I finally get to relax. All right. Let's get the hell on out of here, Knob. We got work to do.
he goes and leaves. What are the rest of you guys doing? It is now the so-called weekend, and you can now figure out what downtime activities you want to do.
Walter goes up, puts his hand on Adele and Rocco, says, "You two did such marvelous speeches. It was a wonderful eulogy. I can tell you also, both are also very stricken with grief for the loss of Pithwick, as am I. Though, Adele, there's no need to feel any responsibility. It was beyond our control."
I know you all did the very best you could, and we were trying our best to follow the well-meaning Altdorf General's orders. as well. Oh, I just wish things had turned out differently, but thank you for your very gracious words, Walter. And Captain Pfeiffer, Walter, Rocco, and Rice, you all said such touching eulogies. I promise to everyone here, I'll do my best to train to be better, so that hopefully this never happens again to any of y'all. I want to see y'all live, like I said, long and fruitful lives. All Rice's little question mark emotes appear.
Eulogy? Adele, sorry, I didn't give any eulogy.
Oh wait,
For me, public speaking isn't really my thing. I try to stay out of the spotlight. I hope you're not confusing me with Rudy's terrible, eulogy that he gave.
Rice, my apologies. Out of character, like I should have gotten more sleep these 2 days. But Rice, I completely apologize. I'm just having a doozy of a day, very flustered. But thank you for your kindness and patience with me. But and your words from
Yeah,
before when meeting
not a
our
problem.
I do. I'm so sorry, Rice. I'll try to pay better attention. Very important for a watch soldier.
No, sometimes I try to act like, a leader, but, I try, like I say, try to stick out of the spotlight, as much as possible.
Well, you've been a good friend, and you were a great friend to Pithwick, too. I know he really appreciated your camaraderie, and I'm glad you now have been acquainted with Linus, and I gesture to the inspector that I introduced improperly earlier. And my apologies for the mix-up. And Captain Pfeiffer, thank you so much for staying here with us. We appreciate your time today. There's also a matter that we hope to discuss with you, actually, and I look towards my compatriots to see if they'd like to say something.
By all
I
means.
would say.
Yes?
I bow to Captain Pfeiffer and I say, I believe we have something that we've been requested to give
Got the
to you.
wrong token up. 1 second.
Oh.
There we go.
Oh,
You're
she's
good
so
now.
small.
Upgrade that token. There we go. Yeah, I had to upgrade
Beautiful.
that token.
I love her
And
design.
put the
She's
other
gorgeous.
thing up. Okay. What were you saying?
Oh, I love her design. She's gorgeous. She kind of looks like a puppet. With her cute, fluffy, curly hair. But I was going to ask her about the letter that Lady Helen Kurtzstadt gave to us about the tax evading individual that she wanted us to give to Captain Piper.
Absolutely. So, do you want to give that to her?
Out of character, how does the group feel?
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, Rook's okay with it.
Okay, got it. And I think in so far, none of us have like tried to peek at it or anything like that. So I'll be like, we were asked to confidentially deliver this letter from Lady Helen Kurtzstadt to you, Captain Piper, and I hand the letter over to her.
Huh. A letter? I'll take a look at it when I have the chance. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll go over it and see what it's talking about, and we'll see where we go from there.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And we trust in your consideration and thoughts. And ma'am, I am so sorry to once again ask you about this. This is not at all to beleaguer you, ma'am. I know you are exceptionally busy and you're always looking out for us, which we appreciate. But those papers, those old papers that we found that I could not decipher, that I handed over to you, being that Pithwick died in the course of investigating that cavern that those papers came from, I was curious if you were onto any leads from those papers, if you had gotten to find someone to read them for you.
Yes, I actually did. And that's who you see right there. Linus Stoley. He was investigating the other parts of the cavern that the letter in the papers led to. Talked about other exits around there. And I had him go investigate it, which is how you saw him in the first place. Seems as though he's true. There are other exits within the cavern that leads towards the outside. We're not sure how big it is, but that's all I got.
I see.
That's very helpful. Understanding more about the place can help us avenge Mr. Pithwick's untimely passing, and I appreciate it very much, ma'am, as do we all.
There's much still to sort of investigate when it comes to those caverns. The place where the Altdorfers went, those are still unexplored, but that is where they died. I'll probably send a few of my men to go down there and check to see where it leads. In the meantime, you guys have the weekend and, well, enjoy yourselves. I'll see you first day on the start of the workday. And I believe that you have a court case coming up today, I believe, right?
Oh, yes, ma'am. I was
Adele?
actually about to report to you about that to let you know what my schedule would be. Yes, ma'am. Thank you for being so considerate.
Good luck.
I will try to do my best, and I'll pass on your regards to Lady Osana. Thank you, ma'am. And I salute her.
All right. Rocco and Walter, what do you guys want to do with this downtime activity? You can either do Nahum, you have a lot of static, bro.
Oh, I thought someone got
Mute you.
shot the first time I heard the static because it was like this staccato static sound. I was like, no, it's a gunshot, but it's or Nahum.
Is it
Yeah, it's gone now.
okay? Yeah, I didn't know. Discord
Yeah,
being
well,
fun.
I need to. All right. Well, what the hell was that?
I mean, I don't know. Discord's weird.
Oh, okay. All right. So, so Rocco and Walter, what do you want to do? You can either do an envoy job. You can either relax and not do anything, do whatever you want to do. If you ask me, I know Rocco. This won't take a downtime activity, but you want to go. I'm not sure if you want to go pick up that back order quarterstaff that you got. But you could do melee. You could do that job, the envoy job. What do you guys want to do for your downtime activities, the both of you?
So I actually go to Rocco and I say, Rocco, I've been thinking about improving my combat capabilities. It is our off time, but maybe we should get a little bit stronger. What would you say to training?
I'm actually okay with that. I was planning on going and picking up this course staff that I got on back order, and I need to learn how to use it. Actually,
I see. Well then, I suppose we should practice together.
yeah, I just gotta pick up the course staff, and then we can do a little sparring, get a little bit stronger.
Sounds fine with me then. I'll tag along.
That's good.
Well, I'm rooting for the both of you, and I give
right.
both of their shoulders a hearty squeeze to cheer them on.
So you guys have a mission. Also, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna ask because I remember before we were talking about this. So when it comes, because remember, I want to learn how to use the quarterstaff so I can use stun to strike.
Yeah.
Is that going to be part
You're
of
gonna have to get
down?
training on it from.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah,
have
you're
to
gonna have to
ask.
get some training for it based on certain SLs. Yeah. You're gonna have to get training based on certain SLs that you train with for the weapon. For you to get proficiency, it'll probably take. I'm gonna say as you learn. So. Yeah, it's gonna depend on the SL that you get. So you can get it in one turn, but we'll see. So
Okay.
what I want for you guys is, so you guys are heading out together. Walter, you are also supposed to attend this court case as well. So in between that, you'll have time to do that, by the way. Don't worry about that.
Okay, excellent.
So you guys will have time to do that, but you won't be. You need to be a representative there because you were a witness to what happened that day. So you are expected to show up in court.
Oh yes, of course.
You have the time to do that. All right. So as Adele, Walter, and Rocco get ready for what they're about to do, and leave the area, Give me a second. Andrea Pfeffer walks up to Linus.
Hey, Linus, so you said you didn't have any type of job or anything to do today, right?
That's correct.
Good. You see, I need some assistance, and you'll be helping Rise here. You heard about an explosion that happened 3 weeks ago at the docks, right? Done by, Kurt.
Yes, I did hear the rumors about that.
Yes, well, so finally most of the guardsmen are able to clean out the rubble. Took them this long to do it. We need someone to do a thorough investigation to see if there are any indication of why Kurt targeted that place. My men will be there, immediately. You will be paid for this. You'll be there with Rise. Is that okay?
Sure.
Good.
Anything in particular that you're
So,
looking
when
for
you're
in the
ready?
ruins?
No. I'm simply going to leave that to you if you find anything. Any leads, any indication of who he could have been targeting? Anything that leads to any information at all.
All right. Sounds good.
When you're ready to head out, just talk to Rise.
Will do.
So she goes and leaves as well. And so Rise walks up to you.
Looks like we got a lot of work ahead of us. Let me know when you're ready.
Hey, I'm ready when you are.
By the way, what do you think that kid was doing up there?
No idea.
He was, I don't know. It's like Father Hugo was extremely angry. Well, that door he opened did sound really loud and sort of interrupted his prayer to more.
Indeed. It looked like the kid may have been wearing some acolyte robes as well, so maybe he's
Think so.
studying here at the temple.
Whatever the case, what want to be at the end of an angry Father Hugo? You know, he used to be a knight. Long ago. Was in prison here. With a bunch of other
Interesting.
Bretonians.
So he was a Bretonian
Just wanted
knight.
to say.
Switched over. Huh, okay.
Yeah. Pretty interesting, if you ask me. You know, everybody has their reasons. Just like you have your reasons for coming here. Instead of staying in Altdorf, where life could have been better. Am I right?
You are not wrong, but sometimes you gotta follow the coin.
Exactly. Well, let's go head out.
All right, lead the way.
And so Rise and you head towards the dock area where the explosion happened 3 weeks ago that knocked out Pithwick and Adele and Walter. It's to be first for downtime activities.
I'll go
I love
first.
the. Oh, go Sandy. I was just about to say I love the silence that ensued because it reminded me of when the teacher's asking for volunteers in the class. But Sandy, you are a brave soul. But we already knew that Sandy's very brave. And as a quick aside, Soul, I really love that the first time that Sandy and the home did downtime activities, you were like, a wind blows all their shipping labels away, and now they have like 20 identical boxes. Your
It's like
storytelling
burp.
is amazing. I was like watching an episode
Oh.
of Chowder or something.
All right, so
Yeah.
we go to do Rocco shopping. With you, Walter, and Rocco head towards the Metalworkers Guild. Let me know when you guys are on the map.
I'm there.
I'm also there.
So while you guys are there, you see Petronilla Merkel still simply looking bored as usual as she tips. She somewhat taps this hourglass every now and then. But before you can even get a chance to even talk to her, Silver Kruthanme is in the room, and he takes notice of you all.
Oh. Well, look who it is, my friends.
Hey, how you doing?
How are you?
Good, good. Good to see you two. And by the way, I heard what happened to the halfling.
Yeah.
It's a shame what happened even after the warning I gave you guys about going down into the tunnels. How's everyone else faring? Especially Adele.
Everyone's good so far.
Yeah, we're making it through. It's unfortunate what happened to Pithwick, but we press on.
I see. Well, I'm here stocking up. Morslib will be here visible soon, and you can never be too prepared. I always need to be prepared for Morslib. You are prepared for Morslib, am I right?
Yes.
You don't know what Morslip is? Have you two been here on this forsaken planet for far too long, or are you just been unaware?
Unaware. Let's just say we've all had our own things, and we're a little, we tend to miss things.
I must say, these are some quite nice knives you have here. Walter kind of ignores the question to dodge it.
Well, if you don't know what Morslip is, I'll go ahead and explain. I'm quite not certain why you wouldn't know. The accursed moon. The green and twisted moon that happens. You have Monslib and you have Morslib. Both happen only once a year. Usually this green moon settles down on this entire continent. Once a year. And when it dies, it's twisted. To harbing of ill omens. And naturally, this is the time when chaos is most powerful. And when it brings misfortune. I'm surprised you've never seen a green moon out here, or let alone you probably didn't know what it was. Not sure what they've told you, but that is what Morslip is.
That does sound pretty dangerous.
Indeed it does. Well, luckily for us, I don't think we'll have to worry about that. Hopefully.
Not to worry about Morslid. If that were the case, then everyone wouldn't care about chaos in the world running free and all about. And trust me, everyone needs to worry about Morslid. Everyone even.
As he is about to say something, and he says even, guys, you guys start to feel something starts to rumble and a shake happens. Underneath you, you feel something shaking sporadically as the ground gives way. Petronilla Merkel, she slams her hand on the table.
Really? Really? You know, I told those outdoor soldiers what was happening down in the sewers. And they assured me they'd handle it. What the hell? And yet, this is still happening. You guys didn't hear anything from the Ubersreich Watch about these things, have you? Not the caverns. I know you guys have been down there. The sewers.
Oh, I haven't heard
Not.
anything about the sewers.
Yes, there's a lot of information we're not privy to.
What the heck is going on?
I could understand your concern.
Anyways, if you two want to buy something, oh yeah, I think you, Mr. Ghostin, had something on back order. I have it in stock if you want it. It'll be 3 silver shillings.
Oh, thank you. Well,
So you can click on her. You can click on her and go buy it, and it'll go in your inventory.
I'm assuming the conversation with Silver is done.
Up to you if you want to continue it. Right now, Silver was looking at the Petronilla Merkel, who was complaining about the sewers.
Hold on, Silver. I just gotta go and buy something I've had in back order. I'll be back real quick.
I'll give a quick look around.
Take your time. Didn't think of you much of a warrior, no less, Mr. Walter Shanson. Hopefully you've been training at the academy with the other soldiers at the Oberstreich Watch.
Well, I know a little bit around battle, but I have a long way to go. So I hope I will continue to improve.
You're quite encumbered. We can't carry all of that now, can you, Roko? Mr. Roko Gerson?
Oh,
Looks like you're carrying a little bit too much on your plate. Look at yourself, you can barely move. You have 2 daggers at your hilt, a quarterstaff, a sword, and some armor.
Yeah, I probably should sell some of this stuff. No, you're right about that. Do have quite a bit. All right. So he's gonna try to see if he can sell some of his weapons. He's gonna sell one of the daggers.
All right, and I'll let you know how much she will give you that for. Give me a second. We're just only so she takes a look at the quality of the dagger. And she tells you that she'll give you that dagger that you're trying to sell for 2 silver shillings.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Okay. So go ahead and I delete it from your inventory, and you are still encumbered. I don't think the dagger actually has that much weight on it. I think what's really you get a crowbar, the quarterstaff takes up 2, and
Double check to make sure he's got all of his stuff equipped properly. Because if it's equipped, it'll reduce the encumbrance.
He does.
Okay.
Yeah, you just got too much
I,
on you.
I have a pouch and a sack. Do
Look
I
at your
need
strength.
both?
Your strength's 30.
Do I need both a pouch and a sack?
Let me see. It's really the sword and a quarterstaff. The quarterstaff is 2, and it's 2 basically.
Too
It's
fucking
2
big.
encumber like points basically. If you get rid of the sword, that will get rid of your encumbrance. The crowbar takes up 1 as well, and then you have your pouch of gold that takes up a good bit too.
Yeah. Well, can't I convert the silver shilling into gold crown? Like, don't I have enough silver shilling to get some gold crowns? Yeah, right. I have
It doesn't
one.
matter. It's still going to take up coin. It's still going to take up the same amount of weight.
Oh, okay.
You're
So it's
distributing
everything.
weight. It's the same weight.
Okay. Okay. I see.
Yeah. And if you're good in you turning that actually, this is not like D&D. You actually have to go in somewhere to actually turn that into gold, like the customs house to turn that into gold
Right.
crowns. Yeah.
All right. You can get rid of the crowbar then. And say, well, how much would you take this crowbar from me for?
She looks at you with it, like almost like asking if you're serious.
And you know, Roke's just
You're being
smiling. He's like,
serious.
Oh, what a magnificent crowbar. You're really willing to part ways with it, Rocco?
It looks like
it's a little too heavy for right now. I'm carrying too much things. Do you wanna? Do you want it for a bit, Walter?
Oh my, well, I mean, I don't know if I can hold so much, but pass it to me, why not? Let's see.
Sure. I guess I'd rather
All
let
right,
you
so
help
I'll
hold on
put
to
in
it.
Let's see if it's too heavy for me.
crowbars right there.
Walter goes, picks it up. Huh. Oh, it doesn't seem too heavy for me.
there we go. Look at that.
Yeah.
He can pick it up. Isn't that amazing?
Walter is such a bro. You guys are doing such a wonderful job of commerce. I'm sorry that she is not passing over coin.
Walter,
So,
you know, he goes, huh?
you guys done yet?
Hold on. How much encumbered? I only takes like half of an encumbered. What does my armor take? I guess I could buy some more armor.
Yeah, you're not encumbered anymore, so
Yeah, I guess I could buy some more armor because leather doesn't take that much, right? Doesn't even take 1.
you have leather jerkin on. You have leather jerkin on.
What about like everything else, like my legs and everything?
Oh yeah, you can buy that too. Yeah, you don't. I don't know if you have that covered. Yeah, I don't think you do have that covered. So yeah, I don't think leather jerkin takes up really encumbrance like that.
Yeah.
Not while you're wearing it.
Or leather leggings. So
Because when you wear armor, it reduces the encumbrance by 1.
So
Yeah.
he's also gonna buy some leggings because he doesn't want people breaking his legs.
Oh, I can stand by that. Good idea.
And let me equip. That's equipped. Yep. How much more do I have? I still have 24 silver. Let's see. Can I buy anything else? What's a letter jack? Like, where's the? There's a jerkin in the jack. Where does the jack go?
That is body. That's so that covers body, left arm, and right arm. It's like a thing that covers like all of those.
It's a jacket, leather
So
jacket.
it'll give you a +1 to body, left arm, and arm. Yeah.
Okay, so then Roka's gonna buy that as well.
You have that. Or no, you have the jerkin. Never mind.
I have the jerkin, yeah.
Yeah, you have the jerkin. Yeah. That just covers your body. So you probably want to get rid of your jerkin if you have the jack, because it covers
Yeah.
more.
Yeah, so Roka's going to
So you
then.
could probably sell it to Merkel. She'll give you 2 silver shillings for that. So go ahead and
Okay.
delete your inventory
All right.
yeah, go
Delete,
ahead and add 2 silver
delete,
shillings.
delete the jerkin. Add 2 soul sterlings. Okay, and let's see what else can I buy from her while I'm here. Oh, there's a skull cap. That's from my head.
Yes, it is.
Probably should buy that for my head because that's pretty important.
Yeah, you don't have any protection on your head.
So I'll buy that as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And then yeah, Roko thanks, Petro for everything. It's like, thank you for your help and sorry for being an annoying customer, but I do appreciate your help.
No, you're fine. Just that I've been having a little itch dealing with this damn tremors all the time. That these Altdorfers keep saying that they're here to make things better than the Ursvik Watch. Haven't done a damn thing differently.
I can see that this would be really annoying.
Like I said, it always happens around every hour or so, but I just get used to it.
Yeah, that's really annoying. Hopefully it quiets down so you can not be annoyed because I would go crazy just hearing that every hour.
Yep. What about you, Fancy Pants? You want anything?
As a matter of fact,
Yeah.
I'm actually interested in checking your wares. I'm not sure if I need anything, but never hurts to keep informed.
Well,
So I
help
make
yourself.
Let's see. Good my, so many weapons. What do you think, Roko? You think you could see me using a warhammer?
Well, if you can carry and lift it, sure. You could be the most the nicest person to wield a warhammer.
You've got a good sense of humor. Well, I don't know if I'm going to necessarily get a new weapon, but Walter looks at some of the armors. Maybe I should improve my armor, but I'm not too sure. Looking at like the leather jerkin and so on.
You have the leather jacket. You came with it with your class. You automatically get it.
Oh, I thought the
So the
jerkin.
next
Oh,
upgrade
no.
for you would be male.
Oh, never mind. I got confused. Ah,
But you can
well,
get leggings and you can get the skull cap.
yeah. Well,
Or
I think
if you want to be a little bit extra, you could get the breastplate. But that'll only cover your body, not your arms.
Well, I think that it's probably a good idea to get that leather leggings and skull cap. Something to protect my vitals. Walter remembers the leg getting attacked. Alrighty then. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that.
Anything else?
I think that'll be it for now. I much appreciate it.
All right. Thank you guys for being good customers.
Thank you. Hopefully, we continue this relationship if we're still alive.
She chuckles at that, and Silver says to you all,
Before you leave, stay on your guard, Rocco, Walter. Oxlud's will be a very influential day this year, I feel. Not sure what's going to be happening, what these tremors running about and everything else. Let's just say chaos is going to run gleefully down the streets this year. Be on your guard.
We will, and we thank you for the warning, Silver.
as he says this, he waves back as he walks ahead of you all, heading outside. So, you guys ready for this scene to come to an end?
Yes, I say to Rocco, well, Rocco,
You guys
suppose we
do
should
your
be heading
training?
out.
Yeah, Walter. Let's get to our training. We need to figure out to use this core staff correctly. Now that I just bought it.
All right then, sounds like a plan.
So yeah, we'll
All
head
right.
back for our training.
Okay, so we'll get to your training in a bit. However, we're going to do a time skip for Adele's court case.
So before the court case, I had some requests that I wanted to do. During this downtime, you said it was going to be a couple of days. Is that right?
No. It's just
I'm
like, yeah, it's just the
sorry.
weekend. Just like,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So you have
Okay.
your court case today.
Today.
And yeah, what did you want to do?
I had wanted to prepare for it by talking to Garfield and looking up prison reform programs because I keep comparing the Warhammer fantasy prison system to our modern day system because you watch too much true crime and force you to watch it too, and I was not sure. Yeah, I
Don't
didn't
get
want to.
too much into it. All you're going to be doing is just have to make some certain law checks to convince Judge Maliote. So based off what you say and all that, yeah. So we'll get to that. You ready?
Would it still be okay to, during the time I was looking for Garfield to make sure he was okay and had it run off to pups, like during that kind of time, would it be okay for me to sit down and talk with him about his dad while I help him with some of those chores? So I'm not, interrupting anything or pulling him away for too long.
What did you want to know?
I wanted to ask about
What
his
are you trying to
family
get
life.
out of
Yeah,
talking
I
to him?
wanted to learn more about his dad's character because I know he's scared of his dad and his dad hurts him, especially when his dad is drunk or wanting him to
So he
do
does tell you that his one of the things that he does tell you that's critical is that his mom died very young, and his dad started drinking because of that. And his dad used to be within the Uberstrike watch, but due to the drinking, he was let off. And ever since then, his dad has been doing mundane things to get money every now and then, such as fishing in the Teufel River to sell certain fish, taking jobs at the Dockers Guild when possible. And that's about it.
This is honestly super helpful. I'm writing down everything that you're saying because I wanted sort of like a little bit of a background of the dad or if he was trying to, some kind of efforts to, be there for his family, not just making his son steal or picking fights with
And
Walter.
yeah.
Uh-huh.
And when he's low and he doesn't really have that much money, that's when he tells Garfield to do the worst thing possible, to pickpocket off the streets of people from people. And if he doesn't, he'll be met with force.
Oh no, I see. So, um, and I'm so sorry if it's okay. I would love to learn more because you're so good at detailed world building. And y'all DMs are amazing, Titty. Uh, for Garfield's dad, so he tries to do these odd jobs to get on by because of his alcoholism. After his wife's death, he doesn't really hold down a normal job. Can't But then again, when things get too desperate, he forces Garfield to do things Garfield doesn't want to do, like steal, and then punishes Garfield if it doesn't work out. And But before Garfield's mom died, was his dad a different person? Not as abusive?
Garfield does tell you that he was not as abusive,
So it was like a better
though him and
family.
his mom used
Oh,
to have some arguments.
oh, I see. Oh, and if
It
I know
wasn't
you must,
always. He was
yeah,
never always happy and gleeful like a family,
right.
but it
Oh,
wasn't
that's,
as bad as it is today.
oh, Garfield really misses his mom. I know he was really young when his mom died, but does Garfield remember like what they used to fight about? Was it like money? Um, making ends
He
meet?
doesn't.
He does not. Oh, okay, okay.
He
I see.
doesn't.
Okay, because I was trying to see, how to maybe mitigating circumstances in front of Judge Meliarte to kind of ask for some kind of leniency or work programs or something. I don't know if I can do this at all, like, or if you'd rather me just do it during the court case with law text, which I imagine is going to be the case, and more
Well, we'll
convenient.
see.
Thank
We'll
you, thank you.
see.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if Adele could be like studying hardcore during this time, like preparing for it.
Nope. That's
Oh
about it.
no.
Because each time you study, you
Ah,
bring up your law. So,
okay.
yep. We'll get into it. You ready to go?
I am sweating so much, so I think that's gonna be as good as it gets. Okay,
Write your notes on your arms.
oh no, the
Good.
sweat washed them off. I'm just like while I'm talking to the judge, I'm like trying to read the palm of my hand or something, or like in Mulan
As
where
we
she wipes
go.
the ink on her face. Like that's what I keep doing.
Side note,
All
somebody
right.
was caught doing that in one of my classes a
Wait,
couple weeks ago.
like in real life, in
In
your
real life, they had quiz answers written on their arms, and the teacher caught them.
oh
Oh, really?
no.
You're in college doing that?
Yeah. Anyway, there you go.
Oh dear.
All right. And so, you guys are in the grand courtroom of Uber's Reich, and it is packed. Can everybody see the map, by the way?
Yep.
There's a really depressed guy sitting next to Judge Maliarte. Is that Garfield's dad?
That is Garfield's dad.
Oh no. He's lost so much hair in prison. Either that or I forgot what he looked like when we first met him.
Can it be
I never
both?
had a picture for him, but yeah.
Oh, okay, I see. I remember his token being, it looked like Matt,
That's what
like
it
a
was like.
guy with brown hair and brown facial hair.
It was,
I was like, this is a different
yeah, it
man.
was just generic. Yeah. It was just a generic looking guy, basically.
Okay, I thought Judge
Generic
Maliarte pulled
NPC,
a
but
bait.
that's what he looks like. Yeah.
Oh no, he looks like the
No,
critic.
bait and switch. He's got some random guy in there. Sitting in the seat.
No,
She said
but
the
this is like
critic.
the
It
critic
it
cartoon.
stinks.
Yeah.
It stinks.
That looks like what he's. Uh-huh.
All right. And so, as you guys enter the courtroom, it's packed. It is open, so people are all in here from the public as they want to see this trial go on. Everybody's in before a certain time, before Judge Maliate starts, so they're not punished for their actions, unlike some people. At the top of the pedestal, you see Judge Maliarte as he's looking over with a, and by his side, you see Arthur as well, the pudgy assistant of his. And Arthur starts to speak.
Yeah. All rise and welcome to today's proceedings. The court case, State Vubersreich versus Janice Gopper, will be conducted with in a strict measure to order. There'll be usual breaks at the regular intervals for all parties to reconvene. Sorry, Judge Malierte, I think someone is missing that's supposed to be next to Walter Johnson, is that right?
Judge Malierte looks over at the empty seat.
That was supposed to be where the halfling was. He's dead now. Proceed with the case.
The atmosphere becomes intense as the court case starts right now. And as it starts, give me a second.
I like how soft alt rock comes over to speakers. I was like, oh, it's gonna go okay. But then the music stops as Soul adjusts it. I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
You
Got that
play the
court case
Chrono
music
Trigger?
going on.
Oh.
Give me a second. Oh no, I didn't play. Yeah, no. This is from something else. No.
So memorable.
This
I
is
remember
something else.
that court case. Like, I think when I first played Chrono Trigger, I forgot what I did accidentally, but I think I ate the man's sandwich. And he's like,
Oh yeah,
he's
you
so
know you
like
can pass that, right? And actually like get not guilty.
wait, what? I remember.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
There's-
every judge can basically give you not guilty. Yeah.
I had no idea.
And then they'll say that you're
heard-
under what's it called? Solitary confinement for 3 days.
Yes. So I think that's what I ended up doing because I felt bad that I ate his sandwich. I didn't realize it counted, so I like reset the whole game and like started over. And then followed a walkthrough to the T. So I think I got what you said, but I know you still get thrown into jail anyway, right? But that part where you break out of jail and you're on the
Yeah, that's
bridge and
right.
see the dawn light breaking over the mountains is so pretty. I was like, this is worth it. Maybe not worth having Chrono have a record, but it is so beautiful. That game was so lovely.
He'll never be able to vote
Give
now.
me 1 second.
Oh wait, depends on what state he lives in. Some felons can vote in some states.
Some felons can
is
be
true.
president too.
That's true. Oh my god! And you just know he's gonna try to pardon himself for everything. It's like, oh wow.
Let's go.
Make Donald Trump again. I think
All
if his
right.
last name was Trump, it may not have been.
So,
Trump.
we start the court case. And so, Adele, you stand in the middle, and also Osana is there, as well as your compatriot, Jack Drumford. Judge Malierte starts with a question towards you. As he looks up at you, and looks down at you, you feel small.
Miss Grootgard. Is it true that Mr. Janus Gopler coerced his own child into stealing it from the citizens of Ubersreich to fill his own pockets? I'd advise you to keep it brief, no longer than 1 minute, as to why a criminal such as this should be freed without any form of punishment.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you for your time.
It falls to
Your
you.
Thank you for your time, Your Honor. Your Honor, may I present motive, which I understand is always important to the wise personnel in the courtroom to consider. Janice Doppler, I believe, was essentially pressured into doing exactly what you said, which is true, due to his poverty and desperation to better his family's life, especially after his wife's untimely death when Garfield, the son, was yet a very small child. And I humbly submit to you some ideas I may have for Janice Doppler to better serve society while also improving that which forced him into this unfortunate state of circumstances to begin with.
did not ask for those punishments that you would decide on. I asked for you to give some logic as to why this criminal should be freed.
Oh, thank you very much for even considering that as a possibility, sir. Uh, I must apologize. I was unaware that, not to say that it's an option on the table, of course, sir, but thank you for your consideration and question, sir. I was thinking that similar to us serving in the Night's Watch to try to better the city's safety and to look after the citizenry, perhaps Janice Doppler, who was trying to make ends meet by doing odd jobs such as fishing and, commerce to keep his small family going. Maybe freedom is not what I was actually asking for, because you are right, sir. He did indeed have conflict with the Uber's Watch, and I understand that is a severe crime, sir, and we don't want to encourage people to think similarly, of course. But perhaps it would be good for your long-term future-forward legacy to consider a recidivism reducement program, such as a work release program for those prisoners that you do not think might be repeat offenders of violent crimes, who may prove their usefulness in society and gain good skills while doing it to better their lifestyle, so that they may not be in that same position of desperation to do such criminal acts in the first place. If Janice Doppler, I do submit to the court, very respectfully, Your Honor, if Janice Doppler was not so desperate to feed his son, put food on the table, that and if alcoholism had not rendered his work troubles so difficult, perhaps he would not have resorted to forcing his son to steal, and also having an alcohol-fueled disagreement and conflict with our Uber's Right Watch member, Walter, right here.
He stops you right there,
yes,
as
Your
he
Honor.
points to the back of the room.
Your time is up, Lady Grootgard. Do you see that gigantic clock in the back? That is your timer. I would think about your decision.
Give me go to your skills, and I need for you to give me a lore law check and roll on it. And this one will be normal. No modifiers.
Oh my god. Is it a fortune or a fate to reroll, or is this not something you can reroll?
You can use a fortune. Only once.
Better, at least.
Yeah, you're right, Walter. Thank you.
Interestingly enough, Lady Grootgard, your logic has given the court some pause for thought. Though we are done for here, remember that clarity and purpose and respect for the law go hand in hand. Appreciate what you have said. We will meet again after recess. The court is on recess for now.
Yes,
He
Your Honor.
taps it as he nods. And there is a small recess that happens. And as there's a small recess that happens, you guys come back after an hour. Between that hour, did you want to say something to Usana and Jack?
With the judge kindly does say that he'll consider it, I will just bow very respectfully to him and say, apologize for taking so long and the court's time, and then to thank him for his consideration. That's right. Jack is the student who is upset that I was allowed this court case, because he has seniority, right?
That's correct.
So he's kind of stormed out in a huff the last time we saw him, and I feel so bad. I kind of wanted to offer to work on this with Jack, but I figured he maybe wasn't in the mood. So I think I'll start with that. And so I'll go to Osana and Jack, and I will thank Lady Osana. Thank you very much for kindly giving me this opportunity, and I apologize again for waxing verbose, taking too much of the court's time. I'll try to be more brief next time.
Not at
I
all.
bowed.
You're doing well.
Thank you, Lady Osana,
For now.
for your. Uh-oh. And I try to look at Jack to see how he's feeling. Or what? If I may ask, what kind of expression does Jack seem to be wearing?
Jack has his hand on his face, looking at you, still in disgust that you're up there and not him.
Jack, I am so sorry for not seeking you out sooner, especially after we parted.
No
on such
need.
important-
It's fine. No
I
need
really do look
to
up to you.
apologize.
Oh, I understand if that added insult to injury, which was absolutely not my intent, Jack. And I really do look up to you as my senior in academically, and of course, you always perform so admirably in our classes. And I hope to follow in yours and Osana's footsteps to learn from you both. And
Well, whatever the case, you're not out of the water yet. The court session is about to begin.
You're
you
right.
probably should get back in place before
Yes.
Judge Maliarte gets offended.
Oh, yes, Jack, absolutely. And I look forward to trying to work with you in the future if that would, be at all desired. I'll go back to position. And so I'll right here, right? So like in the middle.
Yep. And so as you were in the middle, Judge Maliarte sits back down and the small break is over. He then looks at Walter Shonson to come towards the middle, towards Adele.
Oh, Mr. Walter Shonson. The court is now in session once again. Mr. Shonson, I ask for you as you come here today before the court. Did Mr. Janice Gopler indeed attack you with the knife? And did you in any way provoke this assault?
Walter looks at him, Janice, and he looks back at the judge. Your Honor, it is true that I did not provoke him, and what you said did occur.
Thank you, Mr. Walter Shonson. From what has been said, you given Mr. Janice Gopler some wine during that day. Is this true?
This is true, Your Honor.
I see. Lady Adele Grugard, please speak to the defense of Mr. Gopler's actions against Mr. Shonson. Such a knife attack could have killed this young man. Let us hear your reasoning.
Judge Maliarte, you're indeed correct. And that would be a terrible and tragic loss if any harm befell this wonderful young man, Walter Shonson. Truly, I do absolutely submit to the court that is correct, that while impaired by alcohol and with poor judgment, then I believe he may usually demonstrate the defendant did indeed strike at Walter. Walter did capably using the alcohol beforehand, try to forge a good rapport with the defendant. And afterwards, when the defendant had a conflict with Mr. Shonson, Walter then went ahead and de-escalated it appropriately. And in the end, we are glad to report no one was hurt. I do believe that if the defendant were able to have a program to help him get his alcohol abuse under control, and again to improve his status of life for him and Garfield, he would probably not be under such dire straits to attack a watch member, which we all know is a terrible crime and should not have happened. And I apologize for my defendant's actions, Your Honor.
I'll think on your words. However, a direct assault against an Uberreich watchman is one of the most offensive things you can do besides attacking someone like me or any of the nobles or higher-ups within the Blackrock district. I will think about your words, Lady Grootgard.
I need for you to give me another law check, and this is a little bit difficult. You're going to take a -10 on this.
Oh. No. I will take the fortune to reroll. Yes, you're right, it's better. And now I'm down to my last fortune. I guess I'll save that because the court case's still not over, right? It's still going on. We're talking about each thing that happened that day.
Well, you can only use one at a time. You can't just keep using them. So.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah, you can only reroll once.
I've thought about your words, Lady Grootgard. However, though an intriguing defense, I am not entirely convinced that you have presented a perspective worth consideration. The courts will weigh your words carefully, especially one such as this, who goes and attacks Ubersreich watchmen unprovoked. Even with a little bit of wine, he couldn't have been drunk within that amount of time.
Yes, Your Honor, and thank you for allowing me to humbly submit my thoughts to you. I do trust in your
The
judgment.
court is now back in recess.
Walter, you did so well.
So, you guys have recess.
Thank you. Perhaps I should have said more, but could only hope for the best.
You did a good job, and you told us.
Adele. Osana tells you to come here.
Yes, my lady.
Well, it seems as though that one didn't go too well with Judge Maliarte.
No, you are right, my
Adele.
lady.
Jack, give the papers to Arthur.
Jack looks a little confused, but she hands him some papers. And he goes up to Arthur and hands it to him. Arthur looks at it. Looks a little shocked. Then Jack goes back and sits down, a little bit confused. Adele pulls you close.
Adele, whatever comes next, I want you to say yes. No further explanation. Just say yes. Do you understand me?
Am I allowed to ask for some details, ma'am?
Adele? I'm not going to ask you to ask me. I won't ask again. Just say yes. Do you understand me?
Sorry, out of character, Soul. During this moment, am I allowed to do some kind of check to see if there's any malicious intent?
Check. What are you trying to? I mean, if you're trying to, you let me know what you're doing, and I'll ask you I'll tell you if you need a roll for it.
I'd like to check
So
if there's
let
any.
me know what you're doing.
Okay, I'm searching her eyes for any sort of malicious intent or trying to see what she's feeling. Desperation or optimism, or like, does she look like she's being, conniving about something? Kind of like searching her eyes for her feelings.
So I need for you to give me an intuition check.
Thank you so much. I'll try my best.
You feel as though, yes, he is probably telling you to do something because she has doubt in you. For the last session that's coming up.
Oh, okay. So, that's the one thing I do pick up on, right? Not like intent, like good or evil, right? Just like she seems concerned about how it's going.
You're right. Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. All right, then I'll trust in her judgment as she is my senior, and I'll just nod firmly and be like, "Yes, ma'am, I understand. I will do so."
Good. Good.
And so the session is about to get back into court as Judge Malierte walks up and he flips the back of his robe to sit down. Author hands him a bunch of paperwork and he takes a look at it. He checks his glasses as he looks at it, and it's almost as if some new light of evidence came up on his face.
While he's reading that, can I cast a quick glance at Jack to see if Jack looks any more, to see what Jack seems to be feeling? Because he was.
Jack looks at you and he shrugs at you. He doesn't know what's going on.
We're in the same boat then. I'll nod a little bit at Jack.
Yeah, he looks at you and he just he nods at you and he just shakes his head while throwing up both hands behind Osana.
I'll nod in appreciation and confusion and look back at the judge with kind of big eyes to see what's happening.
Judge Malierte looks over at the paper and he slams his little mallet and he says, court is back in session. And he says to you,
This court has received new evidence regarding the case. It appears that the witnesses, Mr. Walter Johnson and Miss Adele Grootgard, observed Mr. Pithwick Grumblepot breaking Mr. Goppler's window and provoking him with a slingshot, hitting him in the back. This aggression may have led to Mr. Gobbler acting in self-defense, defending his household against the halfling that threatened him without just cause. Lady Grootgard, explain this plainly. Is this account true?
I'll lock eyes with the judge and lock eyes with Janice Doppler as well. And I'll say, yes, Your Honor.
So it is true. The terrible halfling did break into his home and committed such atrocity against this innocent man. Interesting. Honor in the court. In light of the new evidence, Mr. Janus Gobbler is hereby acquitted of the attempted murder. However, in the crimes he has committed in the past, he'll be sentenced to 6 months of community service. And he will serve Ubersreich in a manner that benefits its people. This court is dismissed.
He slams the mallet and he gets up and leaves. You have won your court case. As everybody starts to murmur in the room about what just happened.
With the last look at the empty chair that should have had Pithwick in it, I look at it sadly and somberly, and in my heart I say, I'm sorry, Pithwick. And then I go over to Osana and Jack, and after that I'll go to Walter, of course, to see if he's okay. And I'll ask, Lady Osana, those papers, am I allowed to ask about them now?
Just say I twisted a few arms in that. I wrote a whole different statement that was different than what Mr. Pithwick gave. And Walter, about the event that any other way, and you may have failed, and Janice Gopper would have been executed.
Yes, ma'am. I stutter and I say, ma'am, thank you very much for your lessons. There's a lot I need to learn. I hope it was not too much trouble. And I look at Jack because we're both concerned. Like, basically, Osana has essentially told us that she has altered evidence, right? So we both have heard that.
That is correct.
And unfortunately, Pithwick's not alive to like defend it or say that wasn't what happened, right? And
That's
so,
correct.
oh dear, I try to lock eyes with Jack to see what he's thinking.
He's sweating.
I'm
And
sweating.
Osana leaves.
Jack, I'm so sorry that we both had to see that. So you and I have both just heard what Osana just said. Would you have any thoughts you'd like to share?
No. She did what she had to do. This is part of our job. It's not nice, but sometimes it's necessary to win these court cases. I need a moment to think upon this. I'll talk to you later, Adele.
Yes,
Sorry.
you too, Jack. No, that's okay. I do too, and I'll think on Thomas as well. Take care.
And so, what's left in the room is just you and Walter. And Rise guarding the place. But he doesn't have a comment on it.
Walter, Rise, I'm so sorry. I feel like Mr. Pithwick's memory was disturbed by that.
It's, well, it's not the best outcome for him, but I'm sure he'd also would have wanted some leniency for him.
It did indeed save a life, which
Did Pithwick actually do that?
I'm glad that you asked that, Rise,
Adele,
because
keep quiet and tell me in my ear. Did Pithwick actually do that?
I'll nod and I'll lean really close and just whisper into Rise's ear that, no, Mr. Pithwick always did things on the up and up. He was a very dependable, veteran of the Rights Watch.
Adele,
Never,
Adele, I need you to stop. Because you just lied in the courtroom. And that is also punishable by death. Keep that to yourself, okay?
I understand, Rise. I've really put my foot in it this time. Thank
I
you,
know
Rise.
I asked you. I didn't actually think you would tell me the truth, but you just did.
Well, we
Which scares me.
And that's a really good point. But Rise, you've proven yourself a trustworthy ally, as did Mr. Pithwick, and you were his friend too. You deserve to know the truth. But
Well,
you're right. I should be more
whatever the
careful.
case, keep it to yourself.
Mhm.
I'll let you and Walter talk about this. Take care.
It's true. Well, what's done is done. Which I think this is over for now. You did good over there. It was a tough case. You managed to pull it off. Good work, Adele.
Oh, thank you very much, Walter, for being there for us today. I know it was not easy and you're very busy. Thank you for using your downtime for this. I really appreciated your presence. But yes, it's given me a lot to think about. Um, the path to truth is always a straight arrow. A life was pardoned today, but at the cost of, and maybe another's legacy. I say as I look at the floor. I say this very quietly to Walter, so hopefully nobody can hear.
Well, A legacy, I think, still not fully tarnished. I mean, nothing is always perfect. What matters at the end of the day is what we all remember.
Adele, raise your law by +3 for
No, thank
winning the
you.
court case.
That's really kind of you. I will
At
try
the
to.
expense of reputation of Mr. Pithwick Grumblepot.
No, one final injustice
I'm gonna
after.
haunt your ass.
Exactly. And then basically at his grave saying what a short life he lived in the brief time that he was doing
Yeah.
like all of these short puns, and he's up in heaven like,
Yeah.
man, this fucking bitch. And then like
You couldn't hear him complaining from the casket.
yeah, he's like, you statuesque gargoyle, like you take that back. Like just, let me go ahead. I'm gonna try to remember how to raise it.
So go to skills, and where you see advances at, you have it at 7 right now. Put it to 10.
Left click the.
Oh, thank you. I went ahead and wrote 10, and then it says, confirm or
Oh,
edit the
okay,
cost
that'll
of this
work too.
advancement. Do I go ahead and just say free or?
Yeah, it's free. Put
Oh,
free
thank you so much.
under lower law. There you go.
Oh, okay, thank you so
Nicely
much.
done.
Looks like it. Thank you. Oh, poor Mr. Bithwick. Oh God. And now
Nicely done.
I've also been sort of like, oh no, like Osana knows I've lied, and that's another thing that she has against me as well. And poor Jack is also wrapped up in this too. And I think Jack is just a person trying to do his best. But thank you so much for a riveting court session.
And so this now comes to a close as
Also,
this scene ends.
you timed your speech so well because the music stopped at a climax when Judge, was reading the papers. So I was like, oh, a pin dropped in the courtroom and nobody could hear it. Or no, everyone could hear it. So but thank you guys so much for your patience. And thank you, Walter, for being there for us.
Mm-hmm.
And so we go down to the docks by the Teufel River, where we have Mr. Linus Stalling and Rise. And so, let me know when you're on the map. Can you all see what's on the map?
Yep.
All right. So as you were here, Rise looks at you, Linus, as he goes and whispers.
You see that guy over there? That's Johann Brett, investigative Johann Brett, and his assistant, Sophia Hedwig. He's one of the main leading investigators within the Blackrock district. Just a heads up when you meet him.
You don't say. I'll keep a lookout. Thanks for the heads up.
Will do.
So he goes in, he presents himself, and he asks you to come with him.
Mr. Johann Brett, glad to see you here, and glad to see you be working with us today. This is one of the other leading investigators, Linus Stalling, and hopefully, you guys are both investigators, so I'll let you guys do it as you guys figure out what you want to do from here on out.
Johann Brett steps forward as he looks at you, Mr. Linus.
Oh yeah, we've met. Good to see I'll be working with you today. I thought you didn't have any work here, Mr. Linus.
Oh, this just fell in my lap this morning. Shortly after we met.
Yes, and nice to meet you. See, this is my assistant, Sophia.
You see Sophia is looking up at the sky, almost daydreaming, as she sighs.
She should be careful. You never know when a pigeon's gonna visit her.
You see Johann Brett, as he looks to see what you're looking at, and he puts his hand in front of her, waving at it as he starts to snap his fingers repeatedly.
Sorry, Mr. Brett. Oh, sorry. My name is Sophia Hedwig. Nice to meet you, Mr. What? Who are you again?
Linus Stalling. Pleasure's mine.
Yes, Mr. Linus Stalling. Pleasure to meet you. And I think we'll be working together today. I am right underneath Mr. Brett and one of his finest investigators.
I see. Well, I look forward to working with you.
Mr. Brett, as he kind of scratches the back of his head at
You see, Mr. Linus, they've cleared out a lot of bit of the rubble that happened here, and, we need a little help. You mind, looking on the right building, and we'll check the left building and see if we find anything? Anything at all? You know, these explosions, these are abandoned, warehouses that no one's been using in quite some time, from what I understand. So, who knows what we'll find and figure out why Kurt has been blowing these things up.
Sure, I'll take a look.
Also, by the way, you heard this is where Adele and the Halfling, and also Mr. Walter. This is where the explosion happened, that they were here. They also said that they saw some weird thing I heard. Something about a puppet. I don't know. Not really sure what the hell they're talking about. Could be hallucinating, you know?
Yeah, I'm sure it's
These
shell
kids these
shock
days,
from
they always
the
go about their own
explosion.
mind. Crazy things happen. Trust me, I know. All right, so just go ahead and check the right building, see if you see anything, and let us know. We'll be checking the left one, all right?
All right.
So they go and they start to check in there. The building looks quite burnt, but standing still. Most of the rubble has been cleared out, and you're free to look within there.
Okay, so first glance in the warehouse. What am I seeing? Like, is it kind of matching what the map's showing? I'm seeing shelves and such.
Yes, you do see shelves, some old, like what it looks like some weapons, burnt up, in there. If you want to search the room, you can give me a whatever check that you need to do for some type of investigation check.
Okay. And I'm gonna look through this rubble next to me as well. What's it look like? Does it look like it's just collapsed ceiling, or does there
It
seem to be?
looks like this is collapsing. This is actually collapsed ceiling, and this is quite heavy to pick up and look in there.
Okay.
This looks like some of the soldiers weren't able to clear this rubble out yet.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna start looking through the shelves, kind of working in a counterclockwise route around the room, just kind of seeing if any objects stand out, or if anything it looks like it's
Okay.
missing. Let's see, skills. What skill would you like to see?
Whatever you want for investigation, as long as it relates to that. If you have something that you would like to roll for that you excel at, you let me know. and I'll let you know if it's within the realms of possibility.
Okay. Let me take a look here. So I've got evaluate, which would tell me things about the value of the goods.
Yeah, that's mostly for
Okay, so perception would probably be the primary skill. Let me double check, see if there's anything else, but I think that is it. Okay, so it could be intuition, could be perception. So I'm going to start with perception to kind of look through the shelves to see if anything stands out. And we'll go from there. Any modifiers?
Okay. No.
Okay.
You got a 1.
I got a 1. I can hear
Got a 1.
Pithwick yelling, "Where was that?"
Linus. Roll me a 1d10, please.
Okay.
You collect 2 silver shillings that you also find in there. As well, you find burnt up, but still intact pieces of 2 syringes left behind.
Interesting. So I'll pocket those into my pouch.
You pocket those into your pouch. Linus, you hear the sound of a wooden box. Sounds like a crate. Moving in the north of the room. It seems that you are not the only one here.
I am going to quietly step out the door to see if I kind of wave at Rice, see if I can get his attention, motion him over.
I need for you to give me a stealth check as you quietly move outside without alerting whatever it is that's north there.
Okay. How about a new 1 and then a 100?
Man, you got
Let's
some luck there,
go.
buddy. I don't know what the hell's going on. That is some crazy luck there, buddy.
Big
Did you
rolls.
want
I
to use a
like it.
fortune?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and burn a fortune because we
You got
get
the
those
big roll.
we get those back every session, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Come on, man. Look how rare it is to get a 100.
There we go.
I thought
There
that was
you
one of the
go.
under 100.
I did too. I did too.
You
Wow.
quietly are able to move out and get Rise's attention as Rise looks a little bit concerned. Starts to walk over to you.
I'm gonna like hold up a finger so it's tell him to be quiet, and I'm gonna motion towards the north end of the warehouse.
So as you do so, Rise looks back at the soldiers who are wearing heavier armor than him. And he nods at them to somewhat stay vigilant. And they nod back, not causing any noise. He puts his hand in front of you, directing you to stay back as he slowly moves. Did you want to follow him or do you want to leave him to what he is going to do?
I will draw my dagger and follow a few steps behind him, so I'm not like directly behind him.
Indeed. So he moves slow. He slowly opens the door. And he continues to move back, holding his two-hand sword with his back against the wall. And he slowly opens the door. And as he slowly opens the door, he walks in and you guys feel a small breeze. He looks around. And as you look back, you can see that the back window is open. In a second. Hold on, it's not showing anything. Let me put that in there again. So you can see that the window, there we go, is open. Someone was just here. Rise looks left and right. And when he gets closer, the both of you look in. Give me a second. And you both see let me see. Can you see where Rise is on your screen?
Yes, I can. He's like
Okay.
two spaces ahead of me.
Yeah. You both are staring at someone holding a scroll. A half burnt scroll with the edges singed from the flames. And you see that he's wearing a wolf mask. He looks at the both of you as he slowly puts his finger towards the mouth of the mask. Rise screams out to you.
Stay back. I'll take care of this.
Rise, rise. Whoa, be careful, man. These guys are dangerous.
He jumps out as Rise gets ready to attack him. He swings his two-hand sword straight at him. And you hear the sound of a shink as Rise is no longer holding his sword, but it's on the ground. The halfling kidnapper has a sword at Rise's neck. And he looks at you, waiting for you to do something. What do you do?
I'm gonna hold my hands up peaceably and, you know, kind of slowly take a step forward. It's like, hey, there's no need to kill anybody here. Just, take what you needed and leave. Nobody's gonna pursue you. Just, let the sergeant go.
He slowly looks up at you and he does the exact same motion once again as he puts his finger on his lips. And he cuts Rise's neck. Blood spurts out from his neck as Rise falls to the floor, clutching on his neck. And the halfling kidnapper walks away, holding the scroll. Rise is gurgling. What do you do?
I have no medicine check, no medicine skills. I don't know how to save this guy. But I'm gonna try and put pressure on the wound or do something, try to keep him from bleeding out. And I'm gonna start shouting for the guards.
Okay. Absolutely. So a couple of guards immediately rush in. For you, I need for you, since you don't have any type of medicinal type skill, to give me an intelligence check. INT.
Any modifiers?
And through type of investigation, since you know certain her wounds are are punctured and stuff, I'm going to say you get a plus 20 on this one.
Okay. I will burn a fortune on that to reroll. A little better.
Absolutely. And so you have placed your hand in a certain way to restrict some of the blood that's been pouring out. Some of the guards rush in. A couple of them bring bandages, and they ask you to assist with Rise. And it's quite chaotic as Johann Brett and Sophia Hedwig also come into the room, asking what the hell just happened.
Hey. Let's save
The
it
men
first. We can talk
immediately
after.
cover the bandages. Johann Brett, not sure what to do in the situation. He sees that the Ubersreich watchmen start to bandage up his neck, and they immediately lift him up as they tell you they're going to take him immediately to the infirmary. They start to call out for more guards to help Rise. And they tell you to stay here in case the kidnapper comes back from what you have told them. You see Johann Brett look at you, confused.
So, what the hell just happened?
You remember that fox I told you about? Yeah, turns out it's a wolf. And he was just here.
The halfling kidnapper was here. What the hell would he do? What would he be here for?
No idea. Last I saw was he had some kind of burnt scroll in his hand and was looking at it, and Rise tried to attack him. And As you can see, it didn't end well for him.
You know, I gotta say, it's a good thing you probably were here. If he wasn't, he'd probably be dead.
Stupid luck on my part. I'm no doctor. I just figure it's better to keep the blood in you rather than out.
You sure you don't? Let's see if we can find something here. Everything's all burnt. You said he came here for a scroll? It was something he had on him?
Yeah, it looks like he had just left the window. And he was standing outside over here at the tree line.
Damn it. Son of a bitch probably could have killed Rise anytime he wanted to. Probably did that to make us distract with trying to save his life instead of us worrying about him. So we had something else to worry about. There goes another turn. Let me see, I'm trying to track to see if he left any tracks.
You see, Johann Brett takes out this little magnifying glass, puts it to his ear, his eye, and there's a shocked face on his face.
I've never seen anything like this in my life. There's no foot tracks or anything. Nothing. He didn't leave behind any type of tracking to where he went. It's like we're going to be dealing with a very hard individual to catch here. And even if we do catch him, how are we ever going to do it? It'll probably take around 20 men, or at least bring that guy down.
I certainly don't want to
You got
cross
any
swords with
ideas?
him. Well, we haven't had a chance to investigate the rest of the warehouse, so maybe we can find a clue to what he was looking for.
That's a good idea. Me and Sophia checked most of the other ones as well. Didn't seem to find anything. I feel bad for that young lad. But, knowing the case, hopefully that kidnapper doesn't come back. Hoping he won't.
So the rest of you, Sophia and Johann, start to investigate the area. But no matter how much you guys try to search, you guys don't find anything of interest.
Well, don't seem to find anything. Did you find anything else here? Doesn't seem anything else was over where we were. Came up with any leads? Anything at all you found?
Nothing. Looked like some burnt weapons up in the front, but otherwise it just looks like general trade goods.
Huh. Really?
So quick question. Are you trying to deceive him?
No?
Are you withholding the syringes you found?
Oh, I forgot about the syringes. I was too busy with the cut neck. Oh, well, wait a minute. I did find something. Sorry, the stress with Rise flipped my mind. Take a look at these. And I'm going to open up my pouch and show him the syringes.
Let me take a look at that. I just only need one. You can keep the other. Let's see here. Syringes. What would syringes be doing here in a warehouse like this? The only thing I can really think of is some drug he came here. You found two.
Yeah,
They
I
were both
found.
together?
Yeah, I found them up at the front room.
Both together. It looks like there's a little bit of there's a little bit of liquid in this one.
You know, there's
Check the other one that you got there. Do you see any liquid there too?
yeah, so I'll take a look at the syringe, and as I'm doing so, I'll muse out loud that you know, there is this drug that's making its way through the slums called Reynald's Delight. Have you heard of it?
Yeah, I've heard of it. Can't get too much out of them. Nobody wants to talk to me down there. But that's a whole druggy problem. Hold on. You think those are related?
Possible. The drug was supposed to be making people more aggressive. So maybe whoever's selling the drug smuggled it through here. I mean, we need somebody to test this stuff to confirm.
Interesting. Huh. So, which one of us wants to take it for even more further investigation? You want to take it, or you want to give it to me?
Yeah, I can I'll chase down the lead. May mean a bigger paycheck from Pfeffer, but I'll happily share my
Leave this
findings
one
with
to
you.
I still got other stuff on my plate. I appreciate that. Honestly, I got a lot else on my plate right now. Especially dealing with the, and do some more diving into the deep caverns that's going on, as well as the death of Lady Anastasia. Nothing quits around here for an investigator. I tell you, most people here are stupid as I don't know what. Not a lot of investigators like us around here, people who use their wits.
Gotta love the boonies.
You're telling me. Anyways, good luck on that. When you get a chance, try to find someone who can, who probably knows the medicine very well. To see what that stuff, that liquid is. They'll probably help you with that.
Yeah, will do.
Anyways, good luck.
Thanks.
You see Sophia as she is looking down.
You think he'll live?
I hope so. But I don't think he's going to be singing in the choir anymore.
I see. You know, someone who I kinda respected, who I was asking questions to, he passed away as well recently, so just sad seeing everyone that I usually meet come and go.
Yeah,
It's a good
sorry
thing
to
that you
hear
were
that.
here, Mr. Stalling.
I just got lucky.
Anyways, you have a good day.
Hey, you too.
So you are left with your own devices as you have these two syringes that Johann Brett has given to you since he doesn't want anything else on his plate to deal with everything else he's got, for you to investigate what that liquid is.
Right. So, as I'm leaving the warehouse, did any of those weapons up at the front look like they were serviceable?
No.
All
Sorry,
right.
they are not.
All right. No,
They're all
thought I'd
bent
ask.
up.
Thought
This
I'd
man's
ask.
charging for anything. He's like, yeah, let me get this blown up looking.
Yeah. Too many
Yeah,
people
so
have been trying to stab
yeah,
me.
Exactly. So your scene comes to a close
All right.
as we go finally to the very last one, which is and I'll tell you guys how much you're paid for your stuff afterwards. We go to the very last one, which is for the two Rocco and Walter Shawnson at the captain's quarters for your training.
Yeah, buddy.
Let's go.
Right.
You guys are gonna do amazing, just like last time. Y'all are so smart, very capable.
So, as you guys are at the barracks, you see Morella as she looks at the both of you.
Oh, you guys are here today. Oh, are you guys gonna be doing range training? If you're be doing range training, Elsa, she's not here today, so I'll be the one helping.
No.
Range?
We're gonna be working on our melee.
Ooh. Really?
She kind of shrinks back as you guys aren't the ones that's going to be working with her. Then she goes back to looking at you guys.
I see. Well, if you're gonna be working with melee, then there's only one person to call for that.
You hear the sound of a gruff voice.
Yeah. Gonna be doing some melee combat, huh?
Shit.
Oh no.
Oh my.
Oh, dear.
Yeah.
Is that Linus's horse that
Well
still
then. That was never Linus's horse. He took it.
Oh.
Anyways, as I stopped yelling at the sky, thought I heard Adele's voice. Looks like you two need some training. And guess who got promoted to help people at close combat? That's gonna be me. Your good old gunner.
Well, I think we're in capable hands, right, Rocco?
Sure.
Yeah. So, get your weapons ready. And what is that? You got a pole arm? A quarterstaff on you? Gonna have to do better than that.
It's pretty hard.
You see Ferdinand as he walks up and looks at you, Rocco.
Do you know how to use that?
No,
you can be
but
honest
I
with
was.
me.
No, I don't.
I see. Well, in the meantime, I will direct you in terms of how to use it. I'm pretty
appreciate
sure
it.
you'll be giving most of your close combat with the gunner. I'll guide you as best I can.
I appreciate it.
Gunner looks at the both of you.
Well then, let's get this show on the road. Don't worry, I'll take it easy on you both. 2 against 1. Both of you against me. Hope you bitches are ready. I've been waiting for this one. Especially at you, Rocco.
I bet you were.
Oh,
Let's
well,
go.
I'm ready. All right, Rocco.
Gunner starts to get ready to charge at the both of you immediately. I need you both to roll initiative now.
Let's go.
All right. Go ahead and begin combat.
All right. Roku pulls out his quarterstaff and says, "Hope you can teach me on the fly." And he's gonna run right at Gunner and try to attack him with the quarterstaff.
All right. Give me a second. There we go.
Do I roll any modifiers or just roll normally?
No, you do not. Just roll normally. I will let you know if you know. I will always let you know if you have any modifiers.
All right.
All right. So that is a 10 that you have 14 that you got, which is pretty damn good.
That
So
sounds not
Gunner
too good, though.
takes out his Gunner takes out his nice looking axe. Give me a second. As he goes and tries to hit you with it, going for a counterattack instead of dodging. Rolling normally.
Of course he does.
Oh, that's not so bad.
He rolled a 2. He rolled a 2.
Oh boy.
So he wins that encounter against you as you take damage. Give me a second. Oh, I didn't do it really quickly. I didn't do it for some reason. Oh, I probably because I didn't target you. Is he wins against 6 SL. So that's 15 points of damage minus your armor as he hits you on the arm.
A good thing about that
So
armor.
-4. So he hits you for 11 points of damage.
This is good.
Down to 1 wound.
Yeah.
just a wound.
Lure him. Let him get cocky.
Bring yourself down to 1 wound. And as he's directing you, Ferdinand is trying to teach you how to use the pole arm. I need for you to just give me a regular weapon skill plus 20 for you to learn the ability.
Okay, weapon skill plus 20. So that would be a melee, right? Melee basic?
No, just give me a weapon skill plus 20. That's it. Not melee basic, just weapons.
The WS on your stat page.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Yeah.
I was like, wait. Because I don't usually use it. You said plus 20, right?
Yeah.
All right.
You're starting to learn very, very well how to use that quarterstaff.
I'd rather getting fucking hit like that. Fucking motherfucker broke my arm.
And that's it. And it is now Walter's turn. Walter, what are you gonna do?
Walter, seeing the fierce blow that Gunner lit on Roko, he's like, no time to waste. And I charge in. Well, Walter's like charging in as he lets out a little bit of a roar, like, no! He swings his sword at Gunner. Take this!
Ooh, not bad. So Gunner is going to try to attack you back.
Yeesh.
Oh, you got a +1 SL versus his +4. Okay. Did you want to re-roll?
To the attack, you mean, or to dodge?
Yeah, I forgot to ask. I forgot to ask Sandy that actually. Sandy, did you want to re-roll that from when you use a fortune point, or you just want to? This is all just training, by the way. This isn't like
Well, should I get myself back to 1 points? I actually took it off.
No. So here's the thing. Did you want to use a fortune point? Yes or no? You still may fail and you still may take damage. You may get worse. You may fall unconscious if you roll worse than your 16, worse than your 14.
Can't I use a fortune point to add an extra SL? Like I'll still fail, but then I would fail by less.
You're not gonna beat his +8, buddy. That's what I'm saying.
You
have
could
a
reduce
+2
the
SL.
damage.
He has a
though.
+8 SL, even if you bumped it up to runs.
Right, but
He could reduce the damage.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I was gonna say.
But did you want to use a fortune point for that?
I might as well. Right? Yeah, might as well.
I'll also use one too.
Okay.
So I'll go unconscious faster.
So you'll take 1 second, Noam.
Yep.
So you'll be taking so get yourself one more wound point back. So you're at 2 instead of 1.
All right, and I'll take away 1 fortune. Just push it down 3.
Yep.
All right.
2 is better than 1.
Yes, it is.
Sure. I'll just add it on this thing. All right, Walter, for you, you take. Let me apply the damage. Well, of course he is. Not sure why this thing is like messing up, but give me a second. Let me see something. If he just straights up, so he's supposed to do 11 points of damage to you. Let me just go unopposed. There we go. So 11 points of damage you take. There we go. Okay, so you only take 6 points of damage.
If I use
we're just gonna call it 0 for advantage.
If I use a fortune point and raise it,
you can bump it up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you can reduce it.
I'm gonna do that.
And you'll take 5 points of damage.
Okay.
Give yourself back 1 wound.
And then use it to add +1 SL. Okay.
I don't know his So
I took 5 on my wound. Yeah.
Yeah, let me just see something. It's like this guy's fucking a beast. Oh, his melee basic is 20. Okay, that explains a lot. I didn't know he was going to be this much of a beast. All right, so
let me trade you guys
all right,
one
so,
shot here.
Walter, you got hit.
Looks like it's my turn. Which one do I want to knock out? I'll save you for last, Rocco. Get ready for this, Walter.
Oh my. Go easy on me, Gunner.
Great. He is attacking you.
Yep, I want to try to dodge.
Karen, go ahead and target him and click on it. In the chat, where it has that little arrow key that says dodge.
Yep, and do it as challenging, right? Not +20 or whatever. +0.
Yep, regular. Yep. Wait, what does he win? Oh, it's a +5 and a +5. Okay, you both get a +5.
Oh, yo, can I use a fortune point to bump that?
Usually, yes, you can. Go ahead and do that.
Yeah, do that.
Nicely done. You dodge, and Gunner's actually quite impressed by that feat, actually.
Whew, that was
We're talking as
close.
Gunner talking like this.
I'm really impressed by that. All right.
This is Gunner writing his diary later about this.
Oh, I like that.
Bring it, bitch.
Like this motherfucker. Ah. And Roga's gonna go again for that bashing. with
Roko,
the,
as you're learning with the the quarterstaff, you start to pick up a good bit of it as you're listening to Ferdinand direct you on orders. You get out a +20 to your roll against Gunner.
All right. So he's gonna strike gun. He's like, fuck this guy.
You got a +2 SL.
Yep,
Gunner is going to. Yep.
I was gonna say, and Roko's gonna use a fortune point to give himself an extra +1 on SL, so it'll be +3. So let me use a fortune point to add
Absolutely.
1 SL. There we go.
Absolutely. Okay. So you've done that, and it is a +3. Gunner retorts back with his axe. And you have won against Gunner.
I'm gonna hit that.
You hit him in the arm.
Oh, you did it. Yeah.
Yep.
Take that. That's my fucking arm. Oh, this so hurts.
We're not counting any advantages on this one. 1 second, because Gunner actually has a skill that if 2 people attack him from being a slayer comes with its perks, man. This guy is like fearless, and if 2 people come at him, you don't get any bonuses, even though he's got a bunch of talents. I'm like, holy shit. All right, Walter, it's your turn.
Good work, Roko. All right, I'm coming, Gunner. Take this. He shouts out and tries to swipe him again. Oof. I want to re-roll that. With a fortune point.
And roll a fortune point.
Oh my god.
Please click on the fumble button, please.
Yeah.
You mishandle your weapon or drop your. You miss your next action. So Gunner is going to try to attack you in the middle of this while you are doing this. And Gunner didn't do too well himself, but he got a -1 SL versus your -2. And as he's kind of clumsy, you kind of trip on him. You trip on him, and you trip on his back as he tries to duck under you. He tries to duck under you.
God damn it. Get off me.
And he lifts you up, and he tosses you on the other side as you slam to the ground, and you drop your weapon.
Oh, he's so strong.
As he hits you for 1 point of damage, because you have +5 on your armor points.
Yeah, buddy.
So go ahead and subtract a critical wound.
Yep. I took 1 down.
All right, and that is it for his turn. It's Gunner's turn. As Gunner looks at you without your weapon that you have, and he tries to attack you with his axe. Wow. He rolled a 2.
I am going to try to, well, Jesus.
Make sure you target him and click on
Pretty hard to pass. You better get a 0.
Well, I don't have, I'm just going to about pray. Let's do that dodge.
A plus ASL. Shit.
Okay. So you do take 8 points of damage.
Oh, I'm done.
As you were thrown to the ground and unconscious. Well, you're not unconscious, basically. You're just helpless right now when you have 0 HP. So don't worry about any critical. You don't take any wounds or anything like that. You just fall unconscious. Not unconscious, sorry. You just lay there, like helpless. Just like kind of groggy as he takes his axe and he bashes it up against your chest. And you're just feeling on the wound right now.
Not the chest. I need that to breathe.
You're out of the battle. Gunner turns back and looks at Roko.
How you like them apples? You're next.
If I get you first.
Right. Roko, it's your turn.
How am I doing with the quarterstaff? How am I looking with that?
You are doing another plus 20 as he is guiding you.
And Roku goes in for another attack. Yeah. Let me take away the advantage. It's 0, not 1. So we're not doing that. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, did it again. That's weird. There we go. Roll. We're gonna re-roll that. We are going to spend that fortune point and re-roll. That's better, but
all right, plus 1.
That dude's gonna beat that.
Gunner comes in with his axe.
He's not gonna beat that.
Oh shit!
Damn it!
As Gunner comes in with his axe, you try to swing the quarterstaff at the same time, and he throws his elbow up as he lunges in towards you, and he hits where you're about to like pretty much land the quarterstaff on him, but instead he elbows it so that it falls back into your own face as you fall to the floor and you have stars over your head. The good part is you have learned how to use the quarterstaff. You are proficient with it.
Yes. I only took a few. What was the body damage? Yeah, left leg getting broken, my right arm being broken. Not broken, but you know what I mean.
I gotta hand it to you guys. You gave me a little bit of a challenge there. Not really.
So he goes off as you guys are groggy, and he laughs, and he goes off getting ready to have a pint of ale for himself.